So, I was just in New York, man. You ever been there? They had a big gay parade going on down there. You ever seen one of these? I never been to one, you know, but I like parades, you know. I love a parade. So I go to the parade, and turns out it's just a bunch of gay guys. Hell of a parade that is, huh? Imagine that on the TV, you know, you got Willard Scott and Faith Daniels. Okay, here's a big parade here. Here we go. It's a bunch of gay guys. Look at there. And here comes some more gay guys there, and there's a bunch more gay guys there. Well, hell of a parade this turned out to be here. But what are you going to do? I wish all gay guys come out of the closet so you know who's gay, nobody cares, everybody just lives together, you know. What I don't like is when you don't know, everybody's suspecting you. You know, especially if you're a guy, you know, no matter who you are, if you're a guy, you know, your buddies are behind your back there, you know. Gee, I haven't seen Fred with a woman for a few days. Well, yeah, now you mention it. He asked me to go swimming with him. Oh, Fred's gay! Come on, let's go tell everybody. Fred's gay over there. What are you going to do, man? Actually, I was reading this book. They said every guy, at some point in his life, questions his sexuality. Like, wonders if maybe they're a big gay themselves, you know? Like, you ever have a moment like that where you wonder maybe you're gay? You know, like maybe you'd be watching the TV there, you know? Geez, that William Shatner's a pretty good-looking guy. Hey, wait a minute, I'm a guy now that I think about it here. Let me see, I'm a guy, William Shatner's a guy. Carry the 3, and then that goes over there. And what the hell kind of what the deuce? Who knows, though, huh? Actually, I was reading this book. Get this. They said every guy has something. Get this. This is a different thing. Just about to say the same joke I just said. No, this is a completely different joke. But I was reading the same book. I read a lot of gay literature for some reason. Just to shake up my dad a little, you know? But I was reading this other thing in this other book. It said that if you're afraid of homosexuals, it means that deep down inside, you're actually a homosexual yourself. And that kind of worries me, you know, because I'm afraid of dogs. You know, I don't like dogs. Lately, I've had a hankering to drink out of the toilet bowl. You know, that's the funny part there. Yesterday, I sniffed a girl's butt out in the street there, you know. It has nothing to do with the joke, but I thought I'd get it off my chest, you know.
God bless gay guys. I know a lot of them. They're all good guys, you know. Funny guys. One time I was like, you ever see a gay pride parade? That's taking a little too far to me. Being proud or something like that. Because, that's just what you are, man. You're gay. How can you be proud of that? You know what I mean? That's like saying, hey, man, I'm proud of being in English. God damn. I gotta tell you something. I speak English. I can't tell you. My heart wells with pride about that, man. I talk English every goddamn day. I don't get that. How can you be proud of that? I went to that gay pride parade, man. I seen a guy. They have the parents of the gay guys, you know. God bless them, man. Because some of these guys, and they hold these banners and say, I'm proud of my gay son, you know. Some of these motherfucking guys, you know, you can tell they were in the war and shit, you know. They never thought they'd come with a banner saying, I'm proud of my gay son. You know, the mothers are nice. The guys are like, kind of proud of them, I guess. But seriously, are they actually, you know, bragging about their son being gay? Or they down at work, hey, Billy, man, I gotta tell you something about Jimmy. God damn, we're so proud of him. He graduated Harvard last year, first in the class. God damn smart kid, man. He's articling now, you know, over in the Cambridge area. Oh, my God, next year he should be a full partner. Oh, hey, did I mention he sucks cock? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, this guy loves cock in his mouth, his ass. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I got a picture of him here. Yeah, here's the guy with 5 cocks in his mouth. Right there. God damn, that guy. I don't know how he does it, but I am just so proud of that picture. That's the picture I'm most proud of. him blowing 5 dudes. God bless gay guys.
Wanna get da 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 and get this fix. Come just da 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 da. Just touch my move to the groove now, baby. Feel the rhythm in your bones. Let me see you shake your body, baby. Let me see you moving nice and slow.
Super Bowl Sunday, and I've flown across the country to watch the game with Norm MacDonald.
I heard everyone hates that Ben Affleck is Batman.
Yeah, but they haven't seen the movie yet.
What's the movie?
Batman.
Norm is one of the funniest people on earth, and maybe the most original.
To a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, right?
You are correct.
From his first TV appearance on Letterman,
You don't look at Deadpan 0. I'm not kidding you there.
his Saturday Night Live, his movies, and even most recently playing Colonel Sanders on Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials.
It's finger licking good.
He twists comedy in ways that don't seem possible.
But one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's a big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did.
It's crazy.
They showed me.
Come and sit. The football game is about to begin.
I show up during the pregame. Some celebrities crave attention or surround themselves with handlers. Not Norm. He's just a guy in an easy chair chomping down tomato sandwiches as fast as his mom can pump them out.
Do you want to sit down with us or no?
And in foreign news today, there's this.
You know, my favorite update joke was, yippee! Jerry Rubin died today. I'm sorry, that should read, yippee Jerry Rubin.
That's a good one. I like that. I remember that one.
Rumor was he was going to be replaced as a KFC pitchman on this day. It's true.
Colonel pretending to be me.
Norm jokes about how on the set that day, no one would tell him the truth.
But also, beyond that, wouldn't they think you'd go back if they were not telling you the truth, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they thought. It was all strange, but...
Not that he cared much.
All right, here we go.
Norm has developed a habit for tweeting throughout sports events. He's also a veteran
The
handicapper.
proper bet is Denver.
Denver, okay. You wrote Deaver.
So it's worth noting, Norm has had some problems with gambling in the past, but he knows how to pick a game. The problem comes when he starts picking every game.
Well, I remember when I was hosting Saturday Night Live, I had every hockey under. There was like 14 games. When they say, oh, just gamble what you can afford, well, then there's no gamble to it. You know what I mean? What's the gamble?
Yeah.
We talk football, then we move to Russian literature, a genuine passion of his.
Well, Gogol was an ultra-realist.
Fact is, Norm can have a conversation about almost anything.
Put a knife in and twist it around your brain. So were the Yoko songs those experimental weird
Right.
things? Now we're at a point where there's 1,011,030 guys. God damn, there's the interception.
We talk about his career, but it's not to boast. Norm rarely boasts.
It was so hard because I had to act in it, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
can't act, so that was...
Norm is not just good, he's the best.
I didn't steal them. I paid $1.50 for these.
He's unlike virtually anyone I've ever heard tell a joke. He tells winding stories that seem to die, then he keeps going and they spring to life, like a 13-minute John Coltrane solo.
And then this hellish facade once
How
and
long
for
a
all.
drive was this?
We head over to his other condo to watch the game with his son.
Ah, what are you doing?
Just like before, Norm sits down, opens his laptop, and we watch football.
Oh, no, that's going to look bad for Cam. You got that hit out because it takes too long.
It's no longer like I'm with a comedic genius or even an interview subject. I'm just hanging with a guy named Norm.
By the ref.
I understand why David Letterman had him on as the last stand-up of his late-night show.
He's not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you. Oh,
He's just a genuine guy. Oh, and the Broncos won. They scored 24. Not bad, Norm.
that was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
Wanna get da 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 and get this fixed. Come just da 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 da. Just touch my lips.
I thought my life's pretty interesting too, you know. So this is me. This is my
show is called Norm.
Norm +1. It's a crazy life.
But it's ours.
Hey, don't you gotta go to school or something?
Yeah.
Do you have homework? Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
They give you homework there?
Yep.
Last week, the United Artists Cinema chain agreed to make 300 of its theaters more accessible to people with disabilities. Also, disabled patrons will no longer have to buy an extra ticket for their wheelchair. Good. About time they overturned that barbaric practice. Okay. Grocery and department stores across America have added reserved parking spaces for expectant mothers. Especially excited about this innovation are handicapped drivers who will finally get to park in someone else's space. Meanwhile, 5,000 disabled Americans were in Washington last week to protest doctor-assisted suicide. On a sad note, the demonstration turned ugly when all 5,000 disabled people fought over 2 handicapped parking spaces. I told you, sad. It was sad. It was announced last week that New Jersey is to be the site of the 2014 Special Olympics. The games will feature over 3,500 athletes competing for 2 parking spots.
Meet anybody? Any heroes of yours? Any big celebrities?
Yeah, I met Larry Flint. He's not my hero, but he's a guy. He's a famous guy.
Sure, he's famous. He's well known.
Yeah, I enjoy meeting famous guys,
Sure.
you know. And he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, "Ah, wah." But he was, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
No, I know.
He was shot.
Larry Flint was there, right? So afterwards, I went up to Larry Flint, and I'm very uncomfortable around anyone's wheelchair or any sick person.
You're worried about it. You don't know what to say. You don't know if to address it or not.
Yeah, and I'm worried about my own mortality.
You think it's almost infectious?
Yes, I really do believe that they don't tell you how many contagious things there are.
He said, because I was in the movie The People Against Larry Flint.
Versus
Larry.
You were in the movie. The People versus. It was a famous movie, and you're in it.
I was in it. I was one of the people that was versing him.
Okay.
So I said to him, he said to me, hey, no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
So I got close up to him, which you have to do with these fellas, and I said, "Hi, Larry," and he said, "Hi." So I said, "No, of course." I just agreed with him. Anyways, he said to me, he said, "Whenever you're out in California, come on over, I'll take care of you."
No, but this is what he said to me, Conan. He goes, hey, when you're in Los Angeles, you know, I told him I was coming to Los Angeles. He goes, when you're in Los Angeles, he goes, look me up. He goes, I'll take care of you.
When other people say that, you think, like, that means nothing, but coming from him.
Now, my Uncle Basil, if he said, hey, anytime you're in the Ottawa Valley, come on over, I'll take care of you, that would mean he would make me a nice mincemeat pie, you know, and Aunt Ida would play on the piano, and it'd be a heck of a thing. But when Larry Flint says, I'll take care of you, I assume that means I'll be having sex with an odd-looking lady, and then he'll come in whacking off on his wheelchair.
Well,
But he's a wonderful guy.
Like if my Uncle Phil told me that from Minneapolis, I'd think if he went, hey, I'll take care of you when you come to Minneapolis, that means like I'll make you a nice chicken pot pie. You know? But Larry Flint, that means, you know, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, you know, and then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. You know? Who knows what it means?
Okay. You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I still
I think the supplementary edition of a masturbating, voyeuristic, bewildered Larry Flint is that's conjecture. But I think what is reasonable, Norm, is that him saying I'll take care of you. Because if it was like a man that ran like a vegetable store, I'll take care of you, you might think that you were going to get some beets, some juices. I don't think you'd be paying for the pornography. I think a friendship with Larry is a portal to pornography.
Oh, absolutely.
I see.
We were to have Norm MacDonald, but he is What?
No, he's actually on.
What? Norm?
What, Dennis?
You're a freaking genius. Can I tell you that plane ride you were on and that Twitter jag, I followed it for like 5 hours. God, that was funny, man.
Oh, well, when I was tweeting?
Yeah, it was killing me, Norm. I was watching some games or something, and I had the Twitter on, and I just kept following your tweets, and I could see you trapped on the plane going through the sleeve on the front of the seat in front of you and pulling everything out. Hey, look at this porta-kiln in the airport store and stuff like that.
I was running out of stuff. I was running out of stuff.
Now, Norm is...
so much stuff on a plane, but listen, man, I know you tweet because I follow you.
Yeah.
I started tweeting like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And these are the three people I follow.
Who's that?
At Sarah Silverman,
Mm-hmm.
at Dennis DMZ,
Right.
and at Steve Martin to go.
Yeah, Steve Martin's killing me.
You guys are funny, man.
Thank you, Norm. Just a young kid with a dream. What are you working so hard for? Norm's going to host High Stakes Poker on the Game Show Network. And I hope to get on this show. I want to go on and do the sports show with Norm MacDonald because I know Norm knows his sports. And who's funnier than Norm? Nobody. That's on Comedy Central starting April 12th. What are you working so hard for, Storm and Norman? You just experiencing a rebirth?
Comedy Central, one of those specials.
I know. You got your first hour special. It premieres Saturday, March 26th at 11:30 p.m., 10:30 Central on Comedy Central, right after the rebroadcast of the Donald Trump roast. And like I said, you're usually an easy rider, man. Why? What are you, just in a midlife crisis, or why are you working so hard here?
What?
I'm just saying, some guys think I gotta start hustling it, and you're 3 projects in the space of a week. What's up?
Now listen, Dennis. Have you heard about this Huckleberry Finn thing?
I heard something about they wanted to take the N-word out, right?
Yeah, anyways, I wanted to bring it up before I forgot, and then we'll get on to my my projects.
All right. Do you have any observation on it, any tweak on it, or just the cognizance of the fact that they want to...
No, I feel it's a thorny issue.
Mm-hmm.
No, that wasn't the whole thing.
No.
I thought you were going to go like, well, how so, or something like that.
Tell us more, Norm.
Why don't you do...
I feel it's a thorny issue.
Yeah, me
why.
too. Why, Norm?
Well, you got Mark Twain, and you're talking about, for those of you who don't know, what I'm talking about, they've taken out the N-word, out of many of the books of Huckleberry Finn.
Norm, they've taken out.
And so you got a thorny issue that I think I have a solution to. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, man. Never anything more.
Well, the thorny issue is this.
Yeah.
You don't want to take, Mark Twain, one of the greatest writer ever to brush paper with ink, you know, and changes words, for God's sake. On the other side of the coin, you don't want to have a young African American boy in school, you know, hearing that word out loud and causing him pain. So it's a thorny issue. But I figure it this way: you've read Huckleberry Finn.
You are so splendidly demented. Yeah, I've read it. I've read it.
You know it's written in the first person by Huckleberry Finn.
Yes, I do.
And you know it includes the N-word.
Yes.
Therefore, you just change Huckleberry Finn to a black kid.
And it's like a rap song at that point, right?
Exactly. Everything's cool. Now let's get to my project.
Now, listen, was there any sort of
Samuel Clemens in his autobiography?
No, he's made his fortune. Was there any subtle disparagement in the homosexual community when you said Huckleberry Bin?
I didn't.
Because somewhere out there there's a gay kid in high school. But
no, something slipped up there.
some cog got meshed up.
Hey, I want to hear you say that word.
I don't want to say it because then it'll be on tape forever. I say it in my private life many times.
Say it, hunky. Say it, hunky. Say nigga, hunky. Fucking say it, hunky.
Listen, am I wrong or am I imagining that?
No, say nigga, hunky. Say it, hunky. Come on, cracker.
Mike, I have to ask you a question.
Say it.
Do this one now.
That's great. Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against
accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse. Okay.
But Canada,
Canada,
but
you're
anyways, the guys from America were unbelievable, and it was you, and it was Leno, and Leno was at the peak.
Jay
Leno. My dad would call him Jay Leno.
Leno.
Is that the one where Sinbad was on?
Oh yeah, he always wants to tell me me to tell stories about Sinbad, but I love Sinbad. When I did my first comedy festival thing, that Montreal thing.
What year was that?
Fuck, I don't know.
Like 87?
Yeah, I don't know dates.
Yeah.
But it was around there. And
how long had you been doing comedy at that point?
6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was Canada, so we got a home
so that was like
court thing.
In American years, that's 4 years?
No, I'm saying because the Montreal Comedy Festival was in Canada,
right.
We had a quota to fill. I would never have gotten on it if I was in the States. But so I got my 5 minutes, just wrote. Though that's the way I used to do comedy. I'd memorize every fucking word. And so I had it all figured out and shit, right? And so then I go there, I meet Sinbad, right? So I didn't know who Sinbad was. And he goes, he's completely relaxed. I'm all thinking about
some sort of one-piece outfit.
Yeah. He did. His hair matched his shirt.
Yeah.
And they were both orange.
Yeah.
So then he said, he was just so relaxed, and he said, hey, let's go. I got to get some socks. So we go to this fucking store, right? When we first go into the store, there's no one there. It's a small store. So there's no one there. The lady's in the back.
Yeah.
So the lady takes a minute to come out.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's that lady? You know, there's nobody here, you know? And I'm like, yeah. And so he comes out, he gets his fucking socks. Nothing happens, right? So then that night at the gala, I do my carefully constructed material.
Yeah.
Sinbad comes out. He goes, what the fuck is going on? And he doesn't swear. He goes, what's going on with these stores with socks? I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, you go in the store and there's no one there. And then people are agreeing with him. I'm like, what? It didn't make none of it made any sense, except that he destroyed and I didn't. That's when I realized that I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, because I guess at first you think you're good and stuff like that.
No, you are good, and I think that the fact is, really, if you were to look at it in another way, that if people are able to do an impersonation of you, that means you have a defined style. Whereas, like, I guarantee you there's not a lot of people that can do Sinbad, though you did just do a pretty good one.
I was trying to do it as unracist as possible.
U.S. Air is beginning a campaign to restore passenger confidence. I think just 2 little words will do that. We've landed. Airline travelers' complaints have risen 22% over the last year. The single most common complaint was, they lost my baggage, followed closely by, I didn't like being in that fiery plane crash. A new airport planned for San Diego would actually be located 3 miles out in the Pacific Ocean, built on 40 by 20-foot floating cylinders. It's all part of a plan by city officials to have a huge disaster. As of next week, ValueJet Airlines says it will discontinue service to Mobile, Alabama. According to airline executives, this cost-cutting measure is expected to save the company over $200. After American Airlines decided this week to cut fares by 50%, the 4 other major airlines said they would match the bargain ticket prices. Also fighting to stay competitive, discount carrier ValueJet announced that it will now accept stolen credit cards and bad checks. Blimpies has started supplying subs for Delta Airlines to serve in its flight, and in return, Delta is giving Blimpies barf bags to hand out in its restaurants. In an interview last week, administrators of the FAA, David R. Hinson, explained why English is the only language used by pilots around the world. It turns out all the other languages are weird. Can't even hardly understand most of them. In honor of this year's Academy Awards, Carnival Airlines is offering anyone named Oscar a free flight to or from Los Angeles. The airline had tried a similar promotion in the past for the Tony Awards, but according to airline spokesmen, they found that their planes were packed with too many, quote, greasy Italians. The Federal Aviation Administration has come up with a list of 30 changes to make air travel safer. Number 1 on the list, no more crashes. They've decided to... This week, TWA announced plans to reconstruct the Boeing 747 that exploded in Flight 800. Man, talk about cheap, huh? These characters. Trying to save a few bucks by rebuilding a... It's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm talking about. In order to cut down on in-flight fatalities, American Airlines has decided to upgrade the medical kits on all its planes. Each kit will now contain common life-saving drugs, a heart defibrillator, and a spare plane. In aviation news, a new study suggests there might be more survivors of plane crashes if all seats were equipped with airbags. According to the study, this is especially true for plane crashes under 50 miles per hour. The other one just doesn't do much good. A top aviation watchdog group warned this week that the nation's airlines are vulnerable to terrorist attack. The biggest problem, apparently, watchdog groups pointing out to terrorists that airlines are vulnerable to attack. That's the...
That's all right.
2 months later, we still haven't found Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. This looks like the work of Joran Vandersloot. Remember that character?
Yes. No.
You don't remember him?
He's one who allegedly. Well, he.
Now, this is a different Malaysian Air Force joke.
The pilot's last words, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane. That could be, yeah, that could be. You're giving me these great jokes, okay. Malaysian Flight 370 is still missing. You know where they're going to find it? The last place they look.
Now, is that the best
That's
one?
kind of
or is this better? There's two Malaysians. We can't
That's a joke kind of joke. Why would you find something? Why is it always the last place you look? Because you stop looking.
A Joe Pine
So that's
joke?
a joke. That's a comment. That's a very bright joke.
It's not only a joke, it's a comment. The search continues in the Indian Ocean for the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 as they listen and try to follow the pings. These guys sound like me always listening for pings. The pings are my Chinese neighbors. Jim and Ellen Ping.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it.
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. First of all, Amy Schumer came from last time. Amy Schumer, I consider Amy Schumer the funniest person on the planet. If you take me out of the equation.
No, I meant me.
Oh, that's why you were coughing?
That's why I was clearing my throat, yeah. Not you.
I thought you were clearing your throat for me.
No.
No, taking you out of the equation.
Yeah.
But you're funny in a different way.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Acerbic wit back on display as a judge on NBC's Last Comic Standing, reality show that aims to find the best stand-up talent in the country. One of their winners, Amy Schumer, of course.
Amy Schumer, I think, right now, is the funniest person in the entire world.
Do you really?
Really?
Yeah. Not woman.
Person. I don't disagree with that. I'd put you up there, but she's close.
I wasn't counting me. Oh, yeah. Counting me, she's the second funniest person in the world.
Our viewers comment as they watch this online, and someone's just commented. Natalie says, on the Today Show, you said that Amy Schumer is the funniest person in the world. How does she compare to Letterman?
Oh, Letterman's funnier. But I was talking about the new generation of people that are out.
Yeah.
I consider, personally, and I take myself out of the equation, that Amy Schumer is the funniest person in the world. Now, if I were to put myself in the equation, I would say Amy Schumer is the second most funniest person in the world.
Well, you already said Dave's funnier, so she's third now.
Well, Dave, yeah, but Dave's retired.
But he's still a person.
I know, but it's hard to know if he's funny or not because he's living in Wyoming with buffalo going. Ah!
I don't believe he is. I think he's just back in Connecticut, where he always lived.
That's what what's his name used to say, Rickles.
Rickles used to say that.
Well, he
lived
used to
in
say
Wyoming?
no. He used to say there's one guy in a shed with a rake going. Ah! Like he just say stuff that made no sense. That's what I loved about Rickles.
Yeah, right.
This is a fun story. I'll give you this. I don't think I've ever told this one. I was writing like bad sketch jokes my like first year in LA with a friend of mine at the Coffee Bean. I don't even think it's there anymore, across from the mall. And it's late and they're about to close down. And in walks Norm MacDonald. And the girl says to me, who I'm writing with, this girl that I worked with at a production company, she says to me, she goes, "Oh yeah, you know who that is, right?" And I go, "Holy fuck, holy shit." And she goes, "That's the Bob Dole guy." I go, "The Bob Dole guy?"
I would have ripped her eyes out.
Hey, I'm Bob Dole. And pipe down, you damn hoodlum.
I mean, I was like, "It's fucking Norm MacDonald." And
Yeah.
she's like, "No, I know, I forgot his name." I was like,
Oh,
what?
God.
So we sit there and I'm kind of fanboying out and I'm just kind of, like not trying to face him, and he's ordering coffee and I keep kind of looking over just to like, cause you just want to get a glimpse. Cause when I'm 22, I just moved to LA. I was like, fuck, holy shit, it's Norm MacDonald. He comes in there where the coffee is. He looks over. She's a pretty girl. Okay. And obviously doesn't see me at all. Doesn't know I exist. And he's kind of trying to talk her up a little bit. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And she goes, "Oh, we're writing sketches." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I know a thing or two about sketches." And both of us were like, "Yeah, no, we know." Like, and I started stumbling. I'm like, "No, I was a fan of your sketches,"
right. Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go next door. I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel, Barnes and Noble. There used to be a Barnes and Noble. He goes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Steinbeck novel." I'm laughing, thinking he's just making jokes. And he goes, I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back. And he
Yeah.
walks out, and I'm like, whoa, how fucking cool was that? Hand to God. He comes back in with a Steinbeck novel and sits down by us and just starts talking.
Oh my God.
I swear on my life.
Oh my God.
It was almost like you started a Norm engine and he just wanted to talk. So he just started talking and talking and talking and telling stories. And I shouldn't tell it, like, I don't want to fuck it up, but the best story he told, I said, "What was your most, like, secret fun thing that happened at SNL that, like, like, what was some inside shit?" And he goes, Smigel and I, Robert Smigel. If you don't know who Robert Smigel is, he's Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Mr. Rickles, this may be presumptuous on my part, but I would be so honored. May I sniff your butt?
He goes, Smigel and I, we used to write sketches for Tracy, because we knew Tracy Morgan. We knew Tracy, he was bad in table reads. He couldn't read for shit. He's a fucking stumble through words, So one time we wrote this sketch that we knew was going to tank. Lauren hated it. And we showed it to Tracy anyway because we knew he had trouble reading. He had someone helping him read. He had bad time with S's. So we wrote this sketch about this guy who's like a gay animal handler named Brian Fellows. Do you remember that sketch?
Yeah.
Brian Fellows?
Brian Fellows spent 4 years in Thailand as a volunteer for and later director of the Southeast Asian Animal Rescue Project. He subsequently served as Director of Animal Operations at the San Diego Zoo and Undersecretary of the Interior for Wildlife Management.
Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Brian Fellows, Safari Planet.
And he goes, if you look, The best part for us was it was Brian Fellows, apostrophe S, Safari Planet. It was 3 S's in a row is the sketch that we pitched. So in the room, even though the sketch was bad, we knew Tracy would go, Brian Fellows, this is Brian Fellows.
I'm Brian Fellow! Yes, I'm well aware, and I didn't mean to insinuate anything by that. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Let me tell you, I once saw a video of a monkey washing a cat. That's crazy!
Okay. All right, this is nuts. You have clearly overstated your credentials.
I'm Brian
wasting
Fellow.
my time here.
I'm Brian
out,
Fellow. Good, go. And take that monster with you and tell him to stop smiling at me.
And Norm goes, he goes, that is the funniest thing. We used to fuck with Tracy all the time. And dude, I was like, my heart was filled with comedy warmth.
Yeah.
This is the most wild part. Again, I don't believe that this happened. To myself, I'm going, this is a lie. You're making this up.
Right.
But she's my proof. We walk out when they finally close the doors. After they're like, Mr. McDonald, you can stay. You know, the Coffee Bean kids are sitting just listening. We all walk outside, and he starts taking off, kind of headed north on La Cienega. And as a joke, my friend goes, do you want to ride? Are you walking? And he goes, no, I don't want to get in the car with you. And we start laughing, and he goes, okay, shotgun. And he comes and runs, sits in the front seat.
No.
I swear to God on my life.
Oh, my God.
Her car. I'm sitting in the back seat, and he's showing us where to go, and we drop him off at his house, and at this complex. And he gets out, and he kind of opens the door, and we didn't say anything the whole car ride.
Right.
We just listened to him going, left here, right here. And he gets out, and he turns and looks in the car, and all he said, he just goes, good luck, or whatever, and closes the door.
Wow.
Yeah. That was my Norm MacDonald moment in comedy. But because he was one of those guys that I was like, when he did Weekend Update, I was like, that's the funniest guy to read.
He was the best at that.
Yeah, because
I don't find it funny. He was the only person that I found funny in that position.
He didn't care. The jokes were him making a joke about the joke.
Right. I think that's
how
what it was.
funny it was.
Yeah.
And after I saw him do that, I thought that's the guy that can write jokes better than anybody that I didn't know anyone that could write a joke like that where it's like, it's really clever, it's funny, but he throws it in the trash. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he wrote it, he's like, and throws it away.
Our guest tonight, the always controversial and hysterically funny Andy Dick. And we will be talking to Andy momentarily, but first, my opening remarks with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egget. Where's Adam Egget? Well, this is odd, folks, and I must say bewildering to me. When I usually look 2 degrees to my right, who do I see but my trusty sidekick, Adam Egget? Well, tonight, no such luck. Wouldn't you know it, huh? Well, this was bound to happen sooner or later. Well, I'm sure he'll be here any second now. It's live. I know what I'll do, what I always do. When I'm in trouble, I read the newspaper. Maybe we'll find out something interesting. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll read the obituaries. At my age, I'm always refreshing to find out that I'm not in them. It's a joke Milton Berle used to do. So, as usual, the Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare, summed it up best when he wrote, life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. Well, let us hear, then, from some of this month's most notably deceased strutters and fretters. See who we got here. Margaret Thatcher, yes, the Iron Lady. She passed over a month ago, but here she is, still in the New York Times obituaries. But I think if you were to open that coffin, you'd find out pretty quickly that she was not made of iron. I don't know if you've ever dug up a month-old corpse, but I haven't. I needed the money. I couldn't sell my blood at the time, or ever, because I have Hep C. But, I didn't have the money, and I wasn't like some people I know who used to jerk off punks for $10 a man. God damn it didn't work. I miss Adam Egget. Where the hell is the... He wouldn't be with Andy Dick, would he? Wait a minute here. Adam Egget is a dirty, filthy alcoholic. And Andy Dick is clean and sober. Where is my trusty sidekick, Adam Egget? Have you seen him?
The last I saw him, he was in the bathroom with Andy Dick.
In the bathroom with Andy Dick! In the bathroom with Andy Dick! That's the worst possible news. Come on. Jeez. When you ask where a person is, the last thing you want to hear is he's in the bathroom with Andy Dick. Let's find out. Hey guys, listen, I know what's going on in there. You're sucking each other's hot cocks and you're doing cocaine.
Norm!
Yes, Norm, let me in. What's going on? Andy, why are you naked?
Yeah, Andy, why are you naked?
I think the more important question is, why are you guys not naked?
Well, wait a minute, that's a least important question. That's not an important question at all.
I would agree.
Okay, listen, we gotta start the show. We gotta get out of here, come on.
Wait, paint this real quick. Paint this.
What? We got no time for that. Come on, Adam.
He likes it.
Adam, come on!
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
The last movie Chris Farley ever did was Dirty Work. So I'm in the movie with him. And right after Dirty Work, right before he passed away, he hosted Saturday Night Live. So Norm was still doing Weekend Update. So Norm called me up and said, listen, Farley's out of control with coke. Come to the party after the show because you got to help me watch him. Like, that's how bad he was. I was watching him.
You had to help watch.
I had to help watch him, okay? So this is how fast Norm is, though. This is a testament to Norm's wit. So I'm at the party, and Norm is talking to somebody, and I'm watching Chris. I'm on coke. I'm coked up. So I see Farley disappear into a bathroom with Andy Dick.
Oh, boy.
Okay, him and Andy go into a bathroom.
Yeah.
They come out 5 minutes later, like giggling. Norm comes over to me and goes, what's going on with Chris? I go, bad news, bro. He goes, what? I go, he went into a bathroom with Andy Dick. I said, there's only 2 reasons a man goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick. And neither one of them's good. And Norm looked at me without missing a beat and said, holy fuck, I hope he's high.
You see Norm say that.
He goes, holy fuck, I hope he's high.
That's a great impression of Norm.
Holding his stomach. Good news, he was high.
He's got a little Andy Kaufman in him, Norm. He likes to frustrate, titillate a little, but then periodically he'll say something like, "You know, I feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because you know the dog's thinking this is the longest walk I've ever been on."
I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. With the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain matter. You know, that kind of thing." Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper? And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, you know. And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know. They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Lord.
I know.
Jimmy calls in here periodically and says that he has bought a puppet and he wants to work material out on the show. And I'll say, well, tell me about the puppet. And it's an old man puppet who's a Holocaust denier. And it's obviously just Norm sitting at home talking as Norm. He makes no pretension to a puppet voice.
I know.
And I think he's Andy. I don't know. I view a lot of Andy Kaufman in there.
I heard a joke.
Yeah, there you go, Norm. You got it.
How would it take by the night monkey?
All right, hold on a second. Go ahead, Norm.
No, I'm terrible at telling jokes, but a guy, he gets a genie or something that gives you wishes in a lamp, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's like, oh, no, that's not it. He goes to his whole head is a giant pumpkin. That's how the joke starts. Mm-hmm. It's like a giant pumpkin, and then his friend goes, what happened? He's like, I found this genie in a lamp, and he gave me 3 wishes. And he's like, what happened? He goes, well, the first wish I wished for like $100 million, and I got it. And then for my second wish, I wished for like a beautiful lady, and I got her. And the guy's like, yeah, but what happened? He's like, the third wish, that's where I really blew it. And the guy goes, what happened? He goes, I wish for a giant pumpkin head.
You guys got it. Really, put a CD out together.
You know what I really hate? You know what I really hate? If you go anywhere with him, like for a couple of days, he does that on purpose. He'll tell jokes with no ending on purpose.
I don't think you need one. Sometimes you can tell a joke
for
like
a while,
that.
And then that happens.
You don't need to have a joke.
But you know, I would like to tell you the story of the 3 people who was carrying the biggest cannon in the world to Spain. It was 2 boys and 1 girl, and they had this big cannon. You know, it was 50 feet long, and they carried it over the mountains and under the valleys. And one day they get to the top of the highest mountain in Spain. So the first boy, he point this cannon to this castle, you know, to shoot, you know, because he was the boss, you know, so he want to point it. And he turned to the second boy and he say, all right, hand me the cannonball. And, you know, but the second boy, he say, I thought you had them. So wait, so listen, wait. So, listen, wait. So they both turn to the girl, and she say, "Don't look at me." You know, because they forgot to bring the cannonball. You know, they have the cannon, but they have no cannonball. They could not shoot. Do you understand? Thank you very much.
I hold in my hands, don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You didn't have to do that.
You know what okay, honey? I can't, you know, I
think we're gonna have to order some wine.
Yeah, wine.
Yeah, we have some.
I can't. Can I just?
Just say it.
I can't play. I can't play stoned. I feel really stupid.
You feel stupid. That's just great. That's just great. You feel stupid.
I feel very stupid.
You feel stupid.
I feel.
Great.
Oh, let's have some bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I feel stupid.
You feel stupid.
I feel very stupid. No, because where are you going?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm gonna.
Come on, enough. Hey, this is so much fun. It's all in fun. Come on. All right, it's all in fun. What are you trying to do?
This is all,
It's all in fun. Come on.
where are we now? Cut it out. Cut out.
So you cut it out. Well, why do you have to push this in my face? Well, why do you have to push this in my face? I'll put it all in your face.
in the show. That's why.
Why? So what do you have to? So what do you have to? What? What? Look, I'm just trying to have fun. Everybody's so uptight around here. Everyone's so uptight around here. I don't understand.
Bobby, go to commercial, man.
What? I don't know. Why do you have to be so uptight? What?
Work up to me. Come on, man. Hold on.
After numerous requests, the National Institute of Health has finally granted funds to the University of New Mexico in order to test mice for the deadly hantavirus. Although I'm sure the government would have acted a lot sooner if instead of mice, the hantavirus was killing off rich white guys. And in Brunswick, Maine, an outbreak of the deadly canine parvovirus has led to the local Humane Society killing many of its dogs. Gee, I wonder if the Humane Society would kill off victims of canine parvo if instead of dogs, they were rich old white guys. Wildlife officials in Maryland say that increased hunting will be necessary to control the state's black bear population. Gee, I wonder if hunting would be the answer if instead of overpopulation of black bears, there were an overpopulation of rich old white men. Yeah. Yeah. Then I wonder.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love. Yeah, you free my mind.
One more thing.
Oh, yeah, one more sport?
This is the weirdest sport I saw. A guy shooting a gun. They had a thing where it was like a target, right?
Right.
And the guy goes like this and he shoots the gun. And then whoever is the best at hitting the target, you know? And it was very odd because, you know, is it really a sport if they give you a gun? You know what I mean? Because the gun is a big part of it, you know? Like the speed of the bullet and everything, you know? That mostly comes from the gun.
Right, it's the gun.
And also, I tell you something else, the judges, they don't like giving a bad score to a dude holding a gun.
Yeah, you can't, yeah.
You know, they're deciding their score. I don't know, maybe an 8-6, and then the guy's going, "What? Come on, man. What do you? What's my?"
What can you tell me about New York?
Sometimes I find it easier to start my own.
Really, get the thing going. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they, yeah, figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interview the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
You're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to you?
No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but
all right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying to
Elephant
think if you asked. No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is
hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. It's hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But at the head, well, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
In a recent interview, Jane Pauley recalled how back in the 70s, she coined the phrase bad hair day. In another recent interview, Larry King recalled how back in the 70s, he coined the phrase bad face day.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
Oh, hey, I'm thankful that this year the police finally solved the baffling murder of Bob Hope.
Nathaniel Riches on Instagram wants to know who's your favorite comedian.
My favorite comedian of all time is Bob Hope. I saw Bob Hope live and talked to him.
Oh.
When I was a child. And I watched him, a giant, he's such a big star, Bob Hope. So I was at the Canadian National Exhibition, which holds 30,000 people or something like that. And Bob Hope is just astonishingly funny.
Yeah.
And, you can't quote a Bob Hope joke.
Yeah.
Because his jokes all were bad. Yeah. But he was so fantastic.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring. You mean like Democrats?
And when I saw him, he moved so subtly. He hardly moved on stage, but after a joke, he'd shift his weight slightly. And I thought later, he's such a physical comic in movies. You know what I mean? He can dance and move.
Yes, yes.
But he knew in stand-up to just do this very subtle...
But this is a beautiful audience. It's obvious that many of the ladies spent the afternoon with their hairdresser. Some had their hair done, and I just...
But anyways, he's my favorite stand-up. Everybody says Pryor and Carlin, but Bob Hope is my favorite stand-up of all time.
Oh, really?
Between the jokes that, Carson would do a saver or something, but Bob Hope would do a great thing where he'd do the joke, stare in the camera, and there'd be fear in his eyes as if he'd been found out or something. I remember as a child, really always wanting, and of course it was so great when you just walk on Carson.
Yeah,
And he's doing a special next door,
Yeah. This is my thing. I'm going to go on talk shows from now on, just talk like Bob Hope from the 70s. So you asked me a question.
So, Norm, I heard you're working on a new show. What's the process?
Yeah, working
like?
on a special just across the hall, and it's wild. We got a lot. We're going to have a lot of fun. We got Kawhi Leonard, and he's just doing wonderful things up there. And who else will be there? Are you familiar with Cagney and Lacey?
I'm not.
Well, we're going to have them both. And who else? Robert Stack will be there. And Susan Sarandon, a wonderful gal. Don't care much for her politics. She's a bit of a commie. But Janine Garofalo will be there. All kinds of just wonderful folk. And we're doing that across the hall. Anyways, I got to go. I need to leave. And then the other guy would be because he'd always interrupt a guy right in the middle of the story. That's what Bob Hope was famous for. You know, Walter Matthau would go, and then I get da 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 da, and then Bob Hope walks out. Walter Matthau has to trundle over to the couch. Anyway.
He picked great comics. Then I see the American one. He said Bob Hope. That's what Steve Carell said.
Right.
I like Bob Hope. I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
Why would you like Bob Hope? It's so much more interesting that a guy with no sense of humor loves good comedy.
Right.
Because that's what I heard in high school all the time. People would just play Monty Python all the time, you know, just recite it, and just witless idiots.
Although I would contend that Bob Hope was a good comedian.
Well, he's my favorite comic, but most people...
I liked his film persona, I think, more than his stand-up persona.
People forget how great a physical comic.
Well, and also you can clearly see how much Woody Allen stole from him in terms of the persona, the nervousness, the kind of the would-be womanizer being shot down, in which I tried to steal shamelessly as well.
He just stole it, and then he thought, well, if I say I stole it, that's all right.
Right, yeah.
I'm on Barbara Walters was interviewing. He's not a guy that, you know, has his heart on his sleeve. You know what I mean? She said, I read that when you were young, you were, you know, a two-story flat, and you know, you were 10 children, 3 of them died, and you had to go play the old hall, you know, just to survive. You know, and he said, isn't that wild? And then she said, you've been married 50 years. Like, how do you and Dolores keep the marriage going? He goes, I play golf. We have the dogs. But I like that he was only about comedy.
Norm MacDonald.
Oh, hey, kid, Chris. What's up?
Dude, I love your show on Netflix. It's so awesome to see you on there and interviewing like all these people and stuff. It's so laid back. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun because I'm getting to interview whoever I want. Yep. Although that list is running short.
You were always great on Letterman. Did you ever do like Carson?
The first time I ever did the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson with guest host Jay Leno, which wasn't as good as the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. But the guy told me, he said, you're not a Johnny comic, you're more of a Jay comic. I'm like, really? Oh, that sucks. But anyways, Barry Manilow was the other guest, right? So he has these people that follow him around everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
It's all these old ladies and stuff. So the entire crowd was filled with Barry Manilow fans. It was the first time ever doing the show. So right before I'm about to go on, Doc Severinsen, the band leader, right?
Yep.
He goes out and he goes, folks, after the break, we'll come back with a comic. It's Barry Manilow's favorite comic. Like he was so nice. And so then I walk out and the crowd like applauds for like a minute.
Wow.
Like it didn't even make any sense. And then they just laugh wherever they feel they should. You know, sometimes it was halfway through a joke. And that was Barry Manilow's favorite comic.
So when you get a call like the Tonight Show saying, we want you on there, and you're all excited, then they go, it's the night that Jay Leno's hosting. You were bummed out?
Oh, yeah. It was this guy. His name was Jim McCauley, and he booked the Tonight Show. So I got to L.A., I was like, I'm going to be the last guy, you know, the last comic that he anoints, you know? Yeah. And I was like doing spots every night, and then saw me after the show, and he goes, well, you're more of a Jay comic. And I'm like, well, what is that? What does that mean? And what does that mean, you know? He's like, you know, Jay's taking over. I'm like, no, I know, but I'm like, it'd be cool with Johnny. And he's like, well, if Jay, if you do good with Jay, Johnny will watch, as if Johnny's going to watch, you know, on his day off, like the guy he hates, you know.
Right.
So it was depressing to get the Tonight Show with guest host Jay Leno.
Yeah, I watch, like a Seinfeld show and stuff, and him and like Gary Shandling really get excited about the whole thing about being on Carson, and I guess I understand that whole thing because like for me to go on to go on Stern. Stern to equate it to that as far as radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's the closest I've ever been, actually. Well, Letterman or Stern.
Right.
Now, I've heard you on Stern. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great going on there.
You always phone him about something, and he's like, I hear you're getting fired again.
That's awesome that he's heard that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's. I think that's the only reason why a lot of these comics will do our shows, because they heard me getting fired on Stern.
He is the coolest.
Are you going to do another special?
Yeah, I'm going to do another kind of a different type of special.
What do you mean?
But, well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I do, you'll be the first to know.
Good.
If Norm was going to build his super team of like a comedy tour, who would it be? Who would you have on that tour with you?
I picked Brian Regan.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'd be three. So it'd be Brian Regan, me, and Chris Bosch.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, he's more of just his face.
Yeah, he looks like a Simpson. Right?
Looks like a velociraptor.
Yeah, he does.
A raptor.
He does.
You know what is funny is the other night I was watching when you had Bob Saget on your show, and I videotaped it with my phone.
He sent it to all of us.
Yeah, I sent it to all my friends about the part where you guys were doing the joke thing, and you see, whenever you start talking about black weed, Saget gets so uncomfortable. Hilarious.
Saget is funny. If you hang out with Saget, he's so famous because he had those two shows that were so gigantic, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, everyone recognizes him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere.
All they ever say is, you're Bob Saget. And then he goes, thank you.
Would you have taken those gigs, Norm?
Oh, no, I would not, no. I've done stupid non-accepting things before. Like one time I didn't accept this thing, because I don't know how anything works, and then it was a cartoon, and then it became a really popular cartoon, and then later my manager said, oh, you would have made huge money off that. I'm like, oh, you should have told me. I thought a cartoon was just made no money, you know. But
Norm MacDonald's the greatest, dude. Thanks for coming on again. You're always awesome.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Hey, this occurred to me today. ID, which I had to show it again. There's a strange abbreviation when you think about it. I is short for I. And then D is short for dentification. They could have split that one up a little better, you know? But I watch the TV, I watch the news, make you afraid, the news, you know? Put all these stories on, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, you know, try to scare you, you know? But does it ever really scare you? Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, North Korea! That little tiny country across the ocean. I wonder if they'll get me. Plus, didn't MASH settle that like 20 years ago?
That's the great Norm MacDonald here on the Kid Chris Show.
Bizarre was a variety show. Adam Eager told me something I didn't know. He said you worked with Red Fox on a variety
Yeah,
show.
I heard that. I'm dying to hear.
I produced Red Fox variety. You told me he just worked on it. Worked on it?
Well, that's. I mean, according to your
What do you
Wikipedia
think I was,
page,
a stagehand, you douchebag? Worked on it. Did you do your notes?
no,
I want
got
you
all my
back on
information
drugs.
from
I'm
Wikipedia.
serious. I want you back on stuff so you know.
Close. I'm going to do a shot
I'm
next
sorry.
break. No, it's
I'm
true.
just teasing
no,
you.
no,
He's
no.
kidding you. He's kidding.
No, I clearly.
He says, I love this podcast. It was great to see Norm MacDonald back, and Super Dave was the perfect choice as first guest. Lose the douchebag.
He's talking about me.
Well, we don't know if he's talking about you.
He's clearly talking about me.
He is talking about you. And this is just one person's opinion, but I have hundreds of other people.
All right, yeah, you're right. It's one guy, he's entitled to his opinion,
Sure.
and that's fine, whatever.
And mostly they like the show.
Well, good. Well, let's hear another one then.
All right.
Let's hear another one.
What's the deal with that fucking douchebag? Well, That was about you.
I mean, are there any good ones?
I'll look.
Okay.
Not good. Okay. Let me see here. Ooh.
What is it? Is it a good one?
It's not good at all. I found one.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a positive one. Thoroughly enjoyed it from top to bottom.
Great.
Blinky91 says. A sparkling exchange between veteran funny man Norm MacDonald and comedy legend Super Dave Osborne. One minor problem. The set.
Oh.
It's just too distracting. Why are there so many clocks? We're not tuning in to see what time it is in Hong Kong. We're tuning in to listen to comedians doing comedy. Plus some douchebag, I don't know who he was, but I'd like to punch him right in the fucking face.
I'm Adam Egat. I work at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm the manager over there. Before that, I was a manager at the Tempe Improv, and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. And I'm not an actor, I'm not a comedian, but I'm just going to try my best, and I'm going to do the best I can. And I hope the people watching at home will give me a chance to I don't know, just give me a chance. And I did this as a favor to Norm. I'm not an actor and I'm not a comedian.
This guy says your face looks like a cunt.
I can't even change that. It's not the first time I've heard that. But, I mean... So you were just talking earlier. You've learned to ignore the detractors and the.
Oh yeah, because I'm reading things on here.
Because
right
it's hard. Like Norm and I were talking. I just started doing this as a favor to him, and just because it's fun, you know. Right. But I hear people say, "Oh, you should see what these people are writing about you." And I gathered a bunch of comments from the people on YouTube, and they said some pretty hurtful things.
Are you gonna play it?
Well, yeah, I thought we maybe show them what it's.
Show them what you're talking
about. Let's roll the clip.
It was great to see Norm MacDonald back, and Super Dave was the perfect choice as first guest. Lose the douchebag.
He's talking about me.
Well, we don't know if he's talking about you.
He's clearly talking about me.
That's what you think. We don't even know what the people think, right?
It's crazy. Well, first of all, here's what I would say. My advice to you. Think about what douchebags get to do. Think about how, you know what I mean?
I do.
I would embrace it. I would embrace the whole douchebag thing, because that seemed to be the term that kept popping up. And I would just go with it. I mean, if you're going to be a douchebag, be the best douchebag you can be.
The best douchebag I can be.
He passed away, I believe, the day before Yom Kippur. And the Yom Kippur services started, and I'd been watching a bunch of old Norm MacDonald videos, and as the rabbi began to speak, I started remembering Norm MacDonald punchlines, and it really went poorly for me that Yom Kippur evening.
Finally, folks, next week, Jews everywhere will be celebrating the holiday of Yom Kippur, or as non-Jews refer to it, Wednesday.
The rabbi was standing maybe 15 feet in front of me, and I was just struggling not to hysterically laugh in the middle of the most solemn day of the year. So that's going to be my Norm MacDonald memory going forward.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Oh. Russian and Jews is more like it. One of the biggest anti-Semites I've ever met.
Russian away from Jews.
I had a bar mitzvah.
What?
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people.
Yeah. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Well, earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them, that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. the Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University, Simpson had defended actor Marlon Brando's criticism of Hollywood Jews. Later, from his island hideaway, Brando sent O.J. a telegram which read, "You're not helping." In Cincinnati, is Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Schott an anti-Semite? Well, it is beginning to look that way. According to a report out today, on the entire Cincinnati Reds team, there is not one Jewish player. A group of Orthodox rabbis declared that other branches of Judaism are, quote, not Judaism at all, thus challenging the religious status of millions of American Jews. This week, that statement was rejected by Reform leader Rabbi Don Schonstein, who said, quote, our legitimacy as Jews flows from the richness of our Jewish lives, the strength of our Jewish communities, and most important of all, our deep and abiding belief in Jesus Christ.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine. And make them.
The setup of the joke is it's a Jew joke.
Okay.
Two Gentile businessmen meet on the street. One of them says, how's business? The other one says, great. See, he gets it. He really got it. He really liked it.
Yeah.
So the joke is about who doesn't get it. He's Jewish, he gets it.
Yeah.
You're not, you don't.
But I don't believe he got it.
Oh, yeah, he got it. He got it.
Can we find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Norm why that's funny.
Because it's two Jews and how's business? Great.
Well, that's what he said.
No, it's two Gentile businessmen.
Oh, yeah, I don't
That's what's funny about it.
I knew he didn't get it. I can spot fake laughs.
Does President Clinton have a bent penis? Well, according to a doctor who examined him last week, the president's genitals are, quote, completely 100% normal. It should be noted, however, that the doctor who examined him also has a bent penis. That may color his findings a little. As his last stop on the trip, the president met in Buenos Aires Thursday with Argentinian President Carlos Menem. During the meeting, Clinton asked Menem to continue with economic reform and protect democratic freedoms. Menem, in turn, asked Clinton to show him his bent penis. Tomorrow, Chinese President Jiang Zemin begins a week-long visit that could define U.S. relations with China for years to come. President Clinton plans to ask Jiang for several things, including human rights reform, trade expansion, and a Chinese herb said to have the power to straighten a bent penis. This week, an angry President Clinton demanded that Congress stop dragging its feet on something he has long championed, a medical Bill of Rights for U.S. citizens. In all, there are 10 items in the President's Bill of Rights, running from number 1, a rich, satisfying sex life is the foundation of good health, to number 10, a straight penis is not a privilege, it is a right.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
To know one thing before you go today. I know there are other questions, but you say that you there were distinguishing characteristics on the president's private parts. For America, please tell us what that is. Well, we've got to know.
Well, it was like that.
Oh, God.
It was.
Return. Okay, that was it. Thank you. Well,
you're kidding me.
No. We just found out that Norm MacDonald passed away. Oh, my God. I love Norm MacDonald.
He's young, and there it goes.
I don't know what to say.
Me either.
Yeah, we worked together on Last Comic Standing. I took the job because I wanted to work with Norm MacDonald, and we fought every day.
You fought with him?
We not like getting, but we would joke back and forth with each other, and it took a little while for us to gel. You know, that he would say something and I would make fun of it, and he was like, "Why is the host making fun of the judge?"
When you were at the ATM machine, you were no longer a black guy. You were a human being.
That was great. Almost racist, but then you got it right under the bar, Norm. That's why I love you. Keep it going for DC Urban, everybody. Great job, please.
Devastated, Conan O'Brien writing, Norm had the most unique comedic voice I have ever encountered, and he was so relentlessly and uncompromisingly funny. I will never laugh that hard again. Jim Carrey calling him a dear friend, saying he was one of our most precious gems, an honest and courageous comedy genius. I love him. Whitney Cummings tweeted, Norm is the pinnacle of bravery and originality. Senator Bob Dole, who MacDonald often played on SNL, sharing a photo with the caption, he was a great talent, and I loved laughing with him on SNL. Bob Dole will miss Norm MacDonald.
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, you know, it'd be good for me.
And the Laugh Factory's marquee in Hollywood tonight lit up with McDonald's bright smile and the message, make God laugh.
I like it with the Laugh Factory. It says, God says, when a guy dies. Didn't a comic die recently?
Like Jonathan
Winters. So then they'll say,
make God laugh.
Make God laugh. What does it say?
Make God laugh.
Jonathan Winters. Make God laugh.
Some really sad news today. We have lost an absolute comedy legend. I'm sure you'll have seen this in the news today. Norm MacDonald passed away today far too soon, far too young, after a 9-year battle with cancer. A battle that Norm never told anybody about, because all Norm ever wanted to do was to make us laugh. And he was absolutely brilliant at it. He said Mickey Mouse is huge at Disney World. If you see Mickey Mouse at Disney World, you're like, kids, go on get him. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse. And he goes, you see that same Mickey Mouse in a 7-Eleven, you are holding your kids back like, whoa. Because he's only big within the confines of Disneyland.
He took a picture with a child. Yeah. And the child slipped from his hands, from Mickey Mouse's hands. Oh, no. Fortunately, Mickey Mouse has huge shoes, so the shoes broke the child's fall. And thank goodness for that. And he was fine, but he was crying, and everyone was concerned. Oh, except Mickey Mouse had a big smile, like he can't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was completely nonplussed.
That's great.
He was not nonplussed. He was unaffected.
I always think about this. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I got it right. This is my favorite Weekend Update joke of all time that I think about often. It is a perfect Norm joke. The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
The richest girl in the world, billionaire Athena Onassis, celebrated her 10th birthday this week. What's it like to be the richest girl in the world? Well, to give you some idea, at the party, they had 2 cakes.
SNL 40th was a few years ago. I got to stand on stage with Colin Quinn and Kevin Nealon and Norm. And the SNL 40th was a night where everyone just got a couple things to say. There was in an effort to find, and I remember laughing really hard, not at what Norm was saying as much as the idea that any of us thought Norm would play by anyone else's rules on any night.
We here are mere utility infielders. But right now, I'm going to introduce a man.
Right now? Over the years, I started at SNL in 2001. And I remember one time Norm walked back into the studio to visit I don't remember how old his son was at the time, but his son was young, and someone said, "Hey, Norm, how's being a dad?" And he said, "It's going great, still no abductions." That's the first thing I ever heard him say in person. My son was watching you on Update and said to me, "You talk like Seth Meyers." And he told me that when he said that, he said, "Oh no, my son doesn't know how time works." He was the gold standard, and he will continue to be the gold standard. And
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
How do you figure out how much to share about what goes on behind the scenes at SNL? Because I know that you were talking about Eddie not doing Bill Cosby on Howard Stern's show, and Seth Meyers wasn't crazy about that. He came out about the Ellen and said, I wouldn't have told that story.
Seth Meyers said that?
Yeah, he said, do we have the quote here? Just bring up the quote. He said, I wouldn't have told it. I feel the same way. I think when you're at SNL, you're seeing so many different things behind the scenes. There are often things to give away that are yours to give away. Norm played it in a way that is very Norm Macdonald. And he went on to praise you, but I don't know what that means. I mean, how do you choose what to reveal and what not to reveal, what to share and what not to share about an institution as powerful as SNL?
I always think, what would Seth Meyers do? It's ridiculous.
Do you have like a necklace or something with a WWSMD on it? And whenever you're in a pickle, just hold that. And what would Seth do?
Yeah, because, if you really want to be really funny, then that's what you want to do. You want to think, what would make Seth Meyers laugh? That's how I live my life.
What do you think of his show?
Of what show?
The Seth Meyers show.
It's not something I would do.
Yeah. How's the family? How's everything going?
Great, man. Couldn't be better. Life is fantastic.
Yeah.
I like life, man.
You do, really?
Oh my God! People that complain about it. First of all, you're lucky enough to be alive. When you think about it, you know what I'm saying. Your mother had to have sex with your father. That your grandparents had to have sex. Great-grandparents had to have sex. It's lucky you're alive. My God.
It's amazing.
And I'm so happy every day that I'm
should
alive because it's just a fluke. There's so many more people that never got to be alive. You know? And,
that's an interesting point. I guess you're right. If you do the math.
So when people carp about it, I'm like, man, it's the greatest gig in the world, being alive. You get to eat at Denny's, wear a hat, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Get haircuts. It is. Well, good. I'm glad life is going well. I know.
Ridiculous.
Now, I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years. Okay, I made that up. But
no. We haven't?
No, we're friends. We're good friends. But I don't know what McDonald, is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic background?
My ethnic background is Polish.
Are you really Polish? Wow.
Polish people,
I didn't realize that. Yeah. McDonald, you don't...
Well, my parents changed their names. They had to because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know. And so they changed their name to McDonald. But, it's one of the things that I mean, I get a little upset about it, because, you
all the Polish jokes and
stuff.
stuff.
You can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people,
Right.
I don't like it.
Right. You shouldn't. That sounds bad, yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, I go in and I order a Polish sausage, from this guy, and so the guy says to me, you must be Polish. And I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. I'm trying to knock some sense into this fellow's head, maybe give him a wider world view,
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French,
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian, I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fellow to be a German fella?
Right.
I said, what if a guy came in and ordered German potato salad? I suppose you'd think he was German too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, what if a guy, I said, what if a guy...
Wow, you talked to this guy for a while.
I'm telling you, man. With racist, you have to get through
You have to
them.
really get it into their head. Right.
I said, if a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
I said, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that just because I come in here, I order a Polish sausage, why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
And you hate Polish jokes, don't you? You just hate them.
No, I think they're disgusting.
Let me ask you quickly. We haven't talked to you in so long. I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your... we used to talk in the old days. You and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Oh, Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector...
He's Polish too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from my cousin's side of the family. And he was... he was a great man, my uncle, you know.
Right.
He was an old fella. He actually rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he was a hobo.
Hobo.
As you might call him. I don't like that term, but whatever.
Tramp or whatever, what have you.
Railroad bum. And, but he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression searching for work, you know. And, you know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he actually rode the rails, Uncle Hector. And he told me, it was an interesting story, he'd go through, this was in Canada, and there's a town called Kitchener in Canada, and the railroad cops were tough, boy. They were tougher than real cops, you know. They had a law of their own, the railroad cops.
I feel like I should be tucked into bed listening to you. Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad cops.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh, boy. He was well known. He was well known for beating hobos to death.
Really? He'd find a hobo on his train, he'd beat him to death.
He'd beat him to death. And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course... Oh, hey, Norm, how you doing? So...
Wow, such focus on these stories.
That wasn't a mirror. That was another guy.
Oh, it was a guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad bums would all hop off before they got to Kitchener to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that I think the young people could learn from.
Don't go mine hopping, kids.
During the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work, my Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine, and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I. And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now,
I'm sensing there's more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
The most dreaded...
No. Uncle Hector.
What?
No, you
I'm
want to talk about
sorry,
Uncle
I'm trying to help you out.
No, Uncle Hector.
Dad, where's this story going?
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. You know, darkness, you know.
It's dank. It's
dank.
Yeah.
It's coaly. It's a lot of...
What?
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's not coaly. It's coal-ridden.
It's
coal-infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal-infested. So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here in town?" Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, we have sex with animals here. By God, says Uncle Hector, I'm not going to do that. I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So,
be to your own devices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. But he was a man. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know,
Right. When we're thinking about the
ladies,
the
you
ladies,
know,
yeah.
and but he kept it under control. He went again, and he said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." "Ah, my God." 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer, he told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to, I'm just a man, I'm weak, you know, I'm not a saint, you know, and I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, I walked up and I began having sex with a pig. And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners like around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, "What? Well, you're the guys that told me that you have sex with animals." They're like, "Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend." Of all the
animals to have sex with.
You don't want to have sex
And not with Kitchener Leslie's pig. No, that's terrible.
Not Kitchener Leslie's pig. Kitchener Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah. You tell quite a yarn, man.
Well, I had shorter ones, but...
There's no other guest tonight. That pretty much...
I have one other funny anecdote, and it's very short.
I don't think we can.
Here he is, the always entertaining Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I saw that show today, Norm. Very funny.
What show? The TV show?
Yeah, your TV show.
Oh, yeah,
congratulations. And by the way, you look very youthful. And how come we haven't seen you in 2 years?
Oh, how come I haven't been here in 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been busy. I got a kid, you know.
I know. How old
well, you got a kid?
Yeah, I do.
How old's Harry?
He's 7.
Yeah, man, they grow up so slow. You know, it's barely discernible. Isn't it?
Yes, how old is your son?
He's 18. They get far less cute.
Yeah.
They're not as cute when they're out on the lawn punching you in the chest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here.
Oh, it's good to be here,
and,
man.
In addition to the new show, the Norm MacDonald Sports Show, you have like your was it your first stand-up special?
Yes, I did a Comedy Central special.
Great.
One of 40 they did this year on Comedy Central. And but it was fun. But I got a weird time. They showed it at 11:30 and on Saturday, and it turned out that was during this thing called Earth Hour. I think some people know what it is.
Yeah.
On Earth Hour, you have to turn off your electricity. So.
Wow. That's horrible.
And as you know, and as I know, and as they apparently know, TVs are powered by electricity. So, and furthermore, my key demographic is damn dirty hippies.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Took one on the chin there.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I'm very surprised and impressed about this, that you've built kind of like a Twitter following.
Yes, well, I'm an internet sensation.
Whoa. Now, I didn't take you for a guy that would know about that kind of stuff.
I know all about that stuff,
Really?
man.
When did you start Twitter?
2 weeks ago.
Really?
But this is what I did it for the Oscars. The guy told me how to do it, and I was watching the Oscars, and you know how horrible those were. And so it was pretty easy to do just jokes constantly on how horrible everyone was, you know. And And, you know, and some of the things were nice, like it was nice to see Kirk Douglas, of course, you know, and he had that terrible stroke, which didn't affect his comic timing at all. And, so I Twittered, and I ended up Twittering 190 tweets.
Whoa.
And which is, it turns out, it's way too much.
Really?
So people started telling me to stop. Anyways, get this, just earlier this happened, right before we came on the show. I walked out here. I'm in some kind of Twitter feud with Steve Martin.
I know that Steve also actively Twitters.
Yeah. So this is what happened. Dig this. You know how to tweet?
No.
You don't know how to tweet?
No.
Where you been? He writes a tweet. I misunderstand it. I reply.
Let's hear what he says.
What he said?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what he said. I'm not really that great at it, but he said, "Has anybody seen my hat?" Now, I'm looked everywhere for it. I can't find my hat.
Right.
So I say, was it a brown fedora with a red hat band? But what I didn't know is he sent a twit pic.
Stop right there. Let me just say, if this is an example of Twitter communication, it's invaluable.
What do you think I should answer him? This is the last thing he said to me. He goes, this just came in 9 seconds ago. He goes, still mulling over this tweet from Norm to me. It's so enigmatic. Is it a put down?
I don't, honestly, I mean, he lost a hat, right?
Yeah.
And then you responded, is it with a red hat band?
Yeah.
None of this makes any sense.
Yeah, it's a generational thing.
Oh, that's
but,
I guess so. Well, what isn't?
Now, I will tell you what's cool about the internet and being an internet sensation and stuff. On the YouTube now, everybody, you know, I don't know if you remember but there's and did you ever hear the Andy Williams quote? In the future, everybody will be famous for 25 minutes?
Yes. I think it was Andy Warhol.
Huh?
Andy Williams was Moon River.
Oh.
Andy, well, it's a generational thing. Yeah, okay.
But here's the thing. Like, for instance, have you ever heard of Harrison Schmitt?
No.
Okay. He walked on the moon.
I didn't know that.
Right. An astronaut.
Right.
A guy who walked on the moon. There's very few people that have been in the position to go, hey, where's the moon? There it is.
Right. Well, you're right. That's a good point.
Right. Now, so 12 people have landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Who else?
Right.
So this Harrison Schmitt fella must be going, what the hell do I have to do to get famous?
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, the Kardashians, we know Khloe, we know...
It's awful.
Yeah, Lois.
Lois Kardashian.
All of them.
We'll be right back with Norm MacDonald, everybody. You can tweet Steve Martin. Can you tweet him right now?
I can tweet him, yeah.
Or just tell him that I said hi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that you're on the show and we're talking about him. And
okay, awesome.
I said hi.
Awesome.
And add this. I'm sorry about the hat.
You know what's great also while I do this, I'll tell you this. The great thing about the blogosphere. Now, the great thing is this, that you have friends, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, on the computer, I have about 160,000 friends.
Whoa.
In real life, I have 2. But I actually like my friends on the blogosphere here, because this is the thing. Like they can go like in real life, right? Your friend will go, "Hey, my grandmother died this morning," and then you go, "Oh, good. Do you want to come over to my house and talk about it for 4 hours?" And then on this thing, your friend can go, "Hey, my grandmother died today," and then you go, "Unfollow."
Now, Norm, do I remember that you were...
I'm talking to Steve Martin!
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, if you just get that over to him by Labor Day, that'd be... do you still gamble? Somebody told me that you... Did we know that?
Yeah, I used to gamble.
You don't gamble anymore?
No, I gamble anymore.
Was it a problem? Did it get to be a problem?
Yeah, it got to be a problem, man. And then I tried to do it smart. Every time I tried to do it smart, a bad thing would happen,
Like
you know?
What do you mean?
Well, one time I was trying to handicap baseball, you know, which you can actually beat baseball if you handicap it properly. So I was trying to handicap, and I figured it out for like 3 hours, and I went down to the book in Mirage, the sports book, went up to the fella, you know, and there was a guy beside me, a big fat guy, you know, and he was dressed like real rich, you know, and he opened a big attaché case filled with $10,000 chips, pulls out like $750,000, and he's going to bet on this boxer, you know, a fighter, you know?
Yeah.
And it was a 4-to-1 underdog. So I said, I'm not going to bet my baseball bet. I'll just bet on this 4-to-1 underdog, you know?
He must know something.
Yeah, because this guy must know something. He's probably in the mafia. So I go and I watch the boxing match, Dave, and the guy, my guy that I bet on, gets knocked out in 25 seconds.
Oh, no. Whoa.
So I go back to the book. I go, what, that guy from the mafia? What? He goes, that guy's not from the mafia. He goes, that's old long shot Louis. He goes, he's a rich guy. He loves long shots.
Well, there's just no winning, is there?
No, there's no winning. Nobody ever wins.
Now, this sports show with Norm MacDonald premieres, you know, it's my birthday, April 12th.
That's your birthday?
I saw it this afternoon. Very funny show, and I think it's going to be a huge hit for you.
You want to hear a sports joke?
Yeah.
Oh, you like racing cars, right? Yeah. How about that Daytona 500? Yeah. How about that kid that won?
Right.
How old was he?
Like 20?
Yeah. He raced all around. You know why he went so fast, apparently? He was texting the whole time. It's generational. The show premieres April 12th on Comedy Central. Sports show with Norm MacDonald. Great pleasure to see you. I hope you don't wait 2 years to come back. Love the Dr. C.C. Sabathia, ladies and gentlemen. I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number? Just give me 7 digits. All right. What? Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new. You know, this city's great because of the neighborly people. You know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor. Interesting story. You know, that this guy just moved in. You know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors.
Yeah, because you know. So I went over to the guy, knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, "Hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know," and I said, "Good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know." And so the guy, I said, "What do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking, you know, what do you do for a living?" I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says,
That's a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married? I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am.
he says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh? And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of Scylla something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that
nice.
University of Science there.
And then the guy, get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out. All right. Saturday Night Live. It's one coming up on October 19th. You guys got Bill Pullman and New Edition. That's going to be a good show.
That's going to be great.
That's going to rock and roll.
Oh.
All right. Norm MacDonald, God dang, one of my favorite guests. Thank you for coming. Norm MacDonald, everybody. Steve Buscemi. The Connells are coming up. We'll be right back.
I'd be a bad pimp. Like, you be my girl.
All right.
You two be my girls.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be a pimp. Okay, listen, girls, I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hey, Sir Magic Norm.
Listen, I don't you guys have had attitude against me.
Well, I just feel like you've been taking a lot of our money.
A lot of you have not been paying me.
What?
Huh? You know I have the knife. I know you guys have never seen it. But I'm the ones that found you at the bus stop and let you sleep on my couch.
Yeah, that wasn't much of an upgrade. Especially with your constant raping.
Futon.
Yeah.
Listen,
I've had a good night of
that was
sleep.
part of the deal. I thought that was the unspoken. But anyways, I want some of the money. Look, it doesn't have to be 90-10.
I don't know.
I understand the 90-10 was a little usurious on my part. But how about 50-50? You get to sleep here.
Cheryl, what do you think? I don't think so.
I don't know. I really
have a knife.
The cost of living for prostitutes
I'm starting to think you guys don't believe I have the knife.
I haven't seen your knife.
But you've heard stories.
Well, only from you.
That I cut that girl? That's a true story. I wasn't making that up.
I talked to Cindy.
Oh, you know you met Cindy?
Yeah, she said
she's
you never.
She's a liar.
She said you never cut her.
She's a liar.
She got in a car accident. That's where the scar came from.
Yeah, she said you talked about the knife all the time, but she never saw the knife.
I could buy a knife.
That's what she said you said to her.
Yeah, I could buy a knife easy. I know people.
Well, now you got to buy a knife?
I know people.
Hold on. You said you had a knife. You have a knife, but it's in a catalog?
I know people that could get me a knife illegally.
Well,
that couldn't even be traced. I'd stab you.
But it's like me saying I have a swimming pool, but it's at someone else's condo.
What, you used to be afraid of me.
I'm not. Well, you don't even have a knife. You just said you could buy a knife.
You used to be so afraid of me when I threatened you.
You said you'd beat me with a car antenna, but you don't even have a car. You drive a Geo Metro. That's not a pimp car.
You want to go to a bad guy?
I thought you were badass.
I've never hurt you.
But listen,
I've protected you from
my
everybody.
stepfather beat me, and
I've
that's why
protected you. Haven't I protected you? Except for the two times. Except for the 2 times.
All right.
And those guys were big.
All right, but you promised to beat me, and that's why I was attracted to you, because of the history I have with my stepfather.
I know.
And
I
the
get
physical
uncomfortable.
abuse.
I get uncomfortable. But I push you.
Yeah,
I don't treat you nice.
You pulling lint off my sweater's not a push.
I said the other night that your lasagna was undercooked.
Yeah, I know, but so I gave you, and then that's because I gave you a middle piece. When I gave you an end piece, you said it was delectable.
And that thing you do where you lick your finger to wipe the stains off our faces, we don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like the smudge thing.
I've become too close.
Look, we didn't get into this not to be beaten or threatened or to keep 90% of our booty.
How often do I mention the knife?
All right, and you reminding us to use condoms and to say thank you.
Mm-hmm. And you telling us we don't have to do what we don't want to do?
Yeah.
It's not helping our business.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do any of this stuff. Listen, unless the guy's big, I'll protect you guys. If I can take the guy.
Remember when you invited us
I'm not going to stab a guy.
With your knife?
I'm not going to stab. No, I'm not going to stab a guy.
Well, you invited us to stay on at your.
Sometimes he's just doing weird stuff, but it's not that weird.
But let me say this: you working out of your mom's house is awkward. For both of us, okay?
Yeah.
And sure, she's a delight, and she makes a great
and
rum
nobody's
pudding.
mentioned anything, right? This is a complete secret.
Well, your mom. I mean, look. Let's. First off, you wearing Dockers and flip flops is no outfit for a pimp. We're gonna have to get you like made over. You drive a Geo Metro. You keep threatening your pimp hand, but you never laid a hand on either one of us. You're not verbally abusive. You're not physically abusive. I laid, by the way, the first 2 nights I spent on your mom's sofa. I slept with no underpants on, presenting. I wasn't raped once. You came by 2 times. You offered me milk when you went to the kitchen, and then another time you offered me postum. I don't even know what that is. You're just a bad pimp. Thank you.
The bad
scene.
pimp.
Scene.
You know, Zuckerberg says he's only eating his own meat that he kills now. Have you read that?
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg?
The kid's a monster.
He tries to do one thing to alter his modern lifestyle every year. And this year he says he's only going to eat meat that he's actually killed. And I was wondering, what are you adhering to lately?
I'm a vegetarian, a strict vegetarian.
No, have you done that?
Well, I eat chicken.
Well, it's not all that.
That's not vegetarian.
I'm not. I said I'm not strict. I eat chicken and
steaks
beef. Pork. I ate raw game. Did you ever eat? It's not dead yet.
No, you're
and
over
you
there.
eat it, and as you're eating it, their death throes are making you hungrier.
There's nothing.
That's better than a soybean.
Yeah, you're right.
Which sounds better, that or soybean?
Listen, some of the best meals I've had is that Mongolian thing over at Dahmer's on Wednesday night. Literally, we ate a Mongolian.
Did I tell you I ate a live fish in real life?
No, no.
Yeah, I was at a sushi restaurant, and the guy's like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go, I eat just sashimi, like raw fish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat with rice or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to impress him. So he goes, you eat live fish? I go, yeah. Even though I don't. And he goes,
never think he's going to call you on
yeah, and I go, plus it sounds kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I get you live fish. I go, thanks, man. Like I was an inside guy, and then he brought out a fish and hit it and knocked it out and put it on a stick. It was live. And that clears out a sushi bar. A lot of people, the girl I was in was barfing in a bathroom, and the only people interested was the guy, the Japanese sociopath guy, and all the Mexican help. They were all like looking like I'd eat it, and so I had to cut it. And then they leave the fish that's on the skeleton that looks like the one Sylvester found on a garbage thing.
Mm-hmm.
To move. It's moving and like a dead bobblehead, and you had to put water in its mouth to keep it alive so you could watch it die as you ate. It was a nice meal.
Jesus, I'm living such a hell life compared. I mean,
but anyways, here I am, a young lad auditioning for the Joan Rivers show when it was on.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever came to the United States. Me and Howard Bus Gang.
Yeah.
And so me and Howard Busgang and Mario Cantone, Joan Rivers likes us all, you know. So we're at the Hyatt Regency, which is across from the Comedy Store, where we auditioned for Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
And it's me and Howard Busgang are in the room, you know, and Howard Busgang smoked marijuana at the time, you know.
Sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know? But he smoked marijuana, and I was watching.
Yeah.
And so I said, Howard, man, it's weird. You're just smoking marijuana all by yourself. Why don't you invite old Mario Cantone over, right? So he phones Mario Cantone's room. Mario Cantone goes, yeah, I'll come over. So he comes over like a minute later, all red-faced with his lover, right?
Yeah, okay.
He's also red-faced. They're drenched in sweat.
Okay, yeah. They've just been fornicating.
Yeah, they've been fornicating.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, we'll take some. So they take a quick, smoke this joint so that they'll enhance their orgasm later, right?
Right, sure, okay.
Then they give it back to poor Howard Busgang. And he's sitting there with this joint that has God knows what on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
so Howard Busgang, in an effort to be politically correct, even though they're gone,
yeah,
smokes the joint and gets full-blown AIDS. No. No, I just made up that last part. No, Howard Busgang's a great guy. He's doing a show right now.
Wow, yeah.
In Canada.
Well, it's why are we talking about me here?
If I asked you, Tom, would you give me $1 million if I cut off your leg? What would you say?
Wait, say that again.
If I offered you $1 million to cut off your leg, would you accept?
If you offered me $1 million
to cut off your right leg?
No, I would not accept that.
If I offered you $1 million to cut off your left leg, would you accept?
No, but
what about if I offered you $1 million to cut off both of your arms?
No,
would you accept? You would not accept?
No.
So you're admitting to me that your arms and legs are worth more than $3 million. Then treat them like that. Treat them like that, for God's sakes. Treat them like that.
I would get $1 million each for each limb?
No.
Oh, because I would take that. I'd take $3 million for 2 arms and a leg. I'd do that. I'd take $3 million for 2 arms and a leg, but not $1 million for 1 leg. No, I could use $3 million. I'd sit around and watch TV all day. Tap my fingers on my one good hand. I'd have the remote, right? Yeah. No, I don't.
No, you lose your cock too.
Yeah. What? How much for chopping the cock off? You never mentioned that.
That was implied.
I actually have questions here. I actually have some questions.
Oh, you got some questions?
Yeah.
Let's. I said no questions.
Really?
No. This is what I saw after the trial. This is how stupid jurors are. After the OJ trial, I see this big fat woman that was on there. Because you tend to think of jurors as wise or something. I don't know why, but you tend to think of them as wise people, jurors.
Right.
But afterwards, they interviewed this one woman that was a juror, big fat woman. Doesn't have anything to do with anything. I guess. Her weight, but she was huge.
Right.
And so
she was smart. She probably would have known to not eat so many cheeseburgers.
Exactly. So this fat pig. No. So they're interviewing her, and they're asking her about the blood evidence because Darden talked about the blood evidence for 6 straight days.
Yeah.
He introduced all this blood evidence that showed that, it was 1 trillion to 1 that it wasn't OJ. So they say, well, you say to this woman, they say, well, what about the blood evidence? Yeah. So she goes, everybody got blood. She goes, if it don't fit, you must quit.
Yep.
She remembered the rhyme.
Sure, the rhyming was what did it, I think.
A guy was telling me that, do you know the lawyer Jerry Spence? Are you familiar with that lawyer? He's from Colorado, and he wears a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hats all the time.
Fringe. He wears fringe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently in the closing arguments, you can say anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're not bound by anything.
So I know this guy who worked at a law firm, and he said every time Jerry Spence would be the defense, he'd always get everybody off. And this is what he'd do. He'd say, no matter what the facts of the case were, he'd say, he'd talk about the case, and he'd go, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, before I go, I'd like to tell you a story. And then the prosecution would go, objection! Then the judge would go, let him tell the fucking story. So then he'd tell the story, and this was the story. He would go, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to tell you a story about a young boy, a precocious young boy, that went up to a very wise old man. And the boy held in his hand a bird. And he said to the wise old man, he said, you are the wisest man that I know. I have a bird in my hand, and I'm going to give you a puzzle. If you say A, you can say A or you can say B. If you say A, I will let the bird go, or I will crush the bird. If you say B, I will let the bird go, or I will crush the bird. What do you say, old man? A or B? And the old man thought about it, and the old man looked at the boy, and he said, son, the bird is in your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, the bird is in your hands. And he said, like 20 minutes later, they come back, innocent!
Sort of like a multi-purpose closing comment.
Yeah, it worked for everything.
Works every time.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so then
It's a
the woman
formula.
that drowned her 14 children, she'd get off because of the bird story.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just telling that I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. You love Arnold Schwarzenegger? I can already see him turning the state around. And I thought it was very unfair when people said that he wasn't qualified for the office,
Really?
because they said, because he's a movie star, an action hero, that shouldn't qualify him to be governor of California. But what they don't remember is, and maybe I'm wrong with this, but wasn't he at one point in his life Mr. Universe?
That's right. Well, yeah, you bring up a cogent point.
I mean, this is a tiny state on a globe in the Milky Way.
Right. Right, just to, you see the big picture. Exactly, yeah.
Ridiculous.
You're a smart fella. You should think about running for office with that.
Well, I do feel that one day I might do that. In all humility, I think that I might have some ideas,
Really? Yeah.
But I'm not ready yet. I think you have to prepare for these things.
Yeah.
So I started weightlifting.
You're working out. You look good, I guess.
Yeah, I got my abs.
Yeah, are those abs? Are they supposed to stick out like that? I thought the abs went in. I didn't realize. So your abs are so powerful, they're actually coming forward. Wow, that's amazing.
And they're hairy.
Your hairy abs. Yeah, I don't want to see it.
But I don't even know what I'm supposed to do when I get the abs, really. Do you just show them to people?
I don't. Did you injure yourself? Did you?
I worked out, man. I went to this trainer. He was a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And this guy, man, I don't know if you've ever lifted weights. You look like you have, you know?
Yeah,
But, no, he looks like a strong guy. But I went there, and I'd never lifted weights, and I was new to it. And so the idea is you take the weight, you're like, ah, and you lift it up, and then you put it down.
Right, yeah.
And then right away, you lift it again. And you put it down. And you do this 20 times, and then the weight's where it was when it started, And then
so you don't really gain anything.
you gain,
No.
the weight is the same place, and your muscles hurt, you're all sore and everything. And very repetitious, It's the same problem I have with sex. I know it's too much of the same.
Too much
you know
of the
what I mean?
same. Yeah.
You can't get into it. And so then this character, my trainer, finally after 2 weeks of lifting these crazy amounts of weights, I go, geez, I think I finally it's getting a little easier. He goes, I'll put more weight on it. I go, what? They're like, it's the same thing again.
Just a never-ending cycle.
I know.
Did you hurt
It's not
yourself?
like
Did you slip a
like
disc
in
or something?
sex, if you finally figure that out, it's not like they bring a heavier lady in.
Right. I guess that's true. Got a bigger girl? Look, we'll take a break. More with Norm right after this. Bigger the heavier load.
He anchors the Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live, and he has recently quit the nasty habit of smoking. Norm MacDonald. Norm! Now, you're a young iconoclast, Norm. You know, the kids, they get you.
What? I was going to wear a suit, and
I don't need to. I like this whole D.B. Cooper look for you, man. This is... Now,
is he the guy that jumped out of the plane?
No. He's married to Alice Cooper. Now, the thing remember you wrote for my first talk show?
Yeah, you gave me my first
And I used
job.
to come in the room, and you and Drake Sather had no lights on. It was like some fucking Anton LaVey Satan cult in there. And you guys used to turn out the sickest jokes ever. And everybody was always smoking. Then I see you on Saturday Night Live during the opening credits. And one of the things I like about you is you're completely unfiltered on that show. You'll say anything. And I saw in the picture you had a cigarette in your mouth. I thought, this guy just doesn't give a shit. So I asked you to come on. I find out you pussed out on me and quit smoking. What is that all about?
No, because it's bad for you. They have these fucking things on the side. You have to read the fine print where it says, it's bad.
Now, when did you first start smoking?
I started smoking as a kid, like when I was, I think I was like 14, and I thought, I'll look really cool like if I start smoking, because I didn't get along with anybody. So I started smoking. Wouldn't you know it, I did look cool. All of a sudden, all these broads like me and everything. Not broads, but ladies, girls, women. And it was hard though, man, because I was guilty about it all the time I smoked, because I always thought, I always knew it was bad for me, you know? Like, even though some guys will say that it's good because their uncle lived long or something and he smoked, and they'll go, hey, what about, that old guy, Bert Mustin, what about that guy, And then he just because he lived long, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's just one guy. You can't, just because Bert Mustin lived long, you're all of a sudden...
You did your master's thesis on this, didn't you? Now, did people bother you a lot when you're smoking? Were people pissed off when...
Yeah, people don't like when you smoke, they're bothered. Like, I gotta admit though, secondhand smoke is bad. Like, when I smoked, I didn't like secondhand smoke. I like that first-hand smoke because you get to suck it right out of the cigarette, And the secondhand, any fucking thing that's already been ingested by someone is not as good, You know what I mean? Like a pork sandwich is delicious, but after a digested pork sandwich, that's fucking shit.
You can't fight that logic, Norman. You cannot. Do you think advertising brings kids to smoking? They had a lot of fight with the Joe Camel thing. Do you think they really?
Yeah, definitely they got it. Because the thing is this. The advertisers, they got to go after kids because they're not going to get adults. Like, there's not going to be a 50-year-old guy going, hey, I should start smoking. That goddamn Camel. Look at him. They got to get little children.
Joe Camel.
Yeah.
That's a frightening-looking beast.
He looks like a cock. I didn't make this up.
And I know you don't mind first-hand cock, but...
You don't know that. Don't say that. I know how this stuff happens, man. Because a buddy of mine worked on Saturday Night Live, and he said he was a fag once as a joke. And then he said everybody comes up to him and saying, "Are you a fag? Gay man? I mean."
Show about smoking. They thought you meant the British word for cigarette. All right.
Exactly. Can I bum a fag? That's what they say in England.
Where else? All right.
The thing about Joe Camel looking like a cock, Dennis.
Oh, yeah. I lost my train of thought. Thanks for bringing me back.
Is this. This is what I've noticed. He doesn't even look like a fucking camel. He looks so much like a cock. Because you know how it's usually subliminal?
Yeah.
Where you have to find the cock, right? This character, you have to find the goddamn camel.
Yeah, believe me, when you only get 2 humps out of a cock, it's not worth smoking. All right, now, line 2, we got a phone call for you. Although I can't believe they'd still be on the line after this departure. Line 2, we've got Beverly from Middletown, Ohio. Beverly?
Yeah, hi, Dennis. Hi, Norm.
Hi, you didn't know my name, I don't think.
Yes, I did. I watched Saturday Night.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it when Dennis was on it.
I watch Dennis every Friday.
Get out of here. You're great at that, man. You're great at this. You know why? Because you don't give a shit about Dennis. You know what I mean? It's like the best thing you can do. Whenever I'd go on, they'd go, what's it like following Chevy? And I like Chevy. He makes me laugh. What the fuck do I think about Chevy? I'm trying to make a living here.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I see you, I know you're thinking the same thing. Like, screw Dennis. I'm killing. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, since nicotine is such an addictive drug, do you think someday you'll have to have a prescription to buy a pack of cigarettes?
Well, you know, they always bring up the Constitution and talk about how we should still have the right to a militia and all that. But let's face facts, this country was built on tobacco growers. So, you know, if you're going to start changing, if you're not going to change one thing because it comes from way back then, you can't change this either. There are farmers out there who make a living. Tobacco is one of the crops that got this country going. So, no, I don't think they'll ever make it illegal.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't make it illegal. I know.
I think Norm's backing me up on that. What motivated you to quit?
Well, I guess I read this thing about how it was like a phallic symbol, and that my doctor went in. He said, you probably have an oral fixation, which you know what that means. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So that's why I always smoke like cigarettes instead of cigars, because if I'm going to have I like a little white thin cock, you know?
Are we back to cocks again? I go away to Ohio, Middletown, the center of the universe, to take a nice clean call, and then I space out. I'm thinking, I can't listen to Norm for a second. I got to get a time cue here. I come back, and you're talking about having a thin white cock in your
I don't have a thin white cock. In my cock, you mean?
No.
In my mouth. No, you misunderstand. What I'm saying is this. I'm just saying
don't make the mistake of thinking I fucking listen to you.
I just want to make it clear about that cock thing. I was just saying, if I ever was gay, if they like suddenly made it mandatory or something, then I would choose the smallest cock, and I would like a guy that came fast. I don't know. I thought the subject was cocks.
No, cocks is next week.
I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get news. Stick around. Luckily, we have the good taste to bring tonight's guest back. Every season, he is as uncensored a wit as they come. His new sitcom, The Norm Show, is on ABC Wednesdays at 9:30. Please welcome George Wendt, ladies and gentlemen.
They thought they were getting...
Georgie Wendt.
Well, they just Norby! How you doing, man?
How are you?
I'm all right. How's it going?
Year in, year out, my favorite guest.
All right, you're a good man.
Because you have no inner barometer of how far to go.
Well, no, because it's HBO. I like to be dirty, you know, and it's fun.
You know what you are? You're like a profane child. That's how I think of you, because you always try, I like to be dirty. Then you go up on this Pynchon-esque cock rant for like 3 minutes. Yeah, cocks are ugly, and Joe Campbell's a cock, and You're always shuffling your feet. What are you nervous about? You're a star, for Christ's sake. How's that sitcom world? Is that hell, or do you like that over there?
It's not a lot of fun, but you know, it's good to do.
No, it's not on Ohlmeyer's. Has Ohlmeyer sent you a congratulatory telegram, or what word am I looking for there?
Ohlmeyer, I haven't heard any missive, I think.
Who's the Ohlmeyer at your network?
This lady, Jamie Tarsis.
She think you're funny?
Yeah.
Ohlmeyer's not even there anymore, isn't it? It was one of his last official duties to whack you?
Yeah. He took off, and they got this other guy, I think it's maybe Sammy Sosa.
Scott Sassa.
Scott Sassa.
All right, now I want to do a Rorschach thing. What flashes into your mind when I say bad taste? What do you find bad taste?
Well, there was this performance art guy, I remember in New York, that his whole big thing was he'd take a picture of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and then...
Oh, that's Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then his whole act is he'd piss on it with his cock.
Wow, you know, at least he showed respect. He could have pissed with his, what, arm?
You're right. So I thought that was really and horribly bad.
That's over the line.
Yeah, because Jesus Christ, you know, he died for the guy's sin, and then the guy pisses on his picture. And it was a picture of Jesus dying for his sins. Like he was on the cross going, oh, I'm dying for the guy's sins. And then this guy's like pissing all over it. But you know, when Judgment Day comes, he's going to have to face Jesus Christ of Almighty of Nazareth, you know.
And Jesus is going to say, hey, asshole, what's with the peeing on my picture?
Yeah. That negates every other good thing he ever did, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't piss on my picture.
Yeah. You don't want to come up to the gates of heaven, God's leaning there with a nunchuck strapped around his neck, you know. How do you
go, I'll have some performance art for you while the fucking devil shoves some coal up your ass.
As I said before, the childlike outro. But effective. How do you define bad taste? Is it like beauty? Is it in the eye of the beholder, or what?
Yeah, it kind of is. You know, it depends on what people... Some people, like, get all upset over certain words. Like, they think that... Like, girls all the time, man, when I'm talking to them, like, if I go, hey, how about you and I, like, fuck, you know? and then the girl always goes, like, I don't fuck, I make love. I make love. And I go, I don't care, whatever you want to call it, as long as my dirty cock's involved, you know? I don't care. I'm not gonna get in a semantic argument. You know, you can call it making a grilled cheese sandwich as long as there's a lot of me doing that
kind of thing. Now, what's the earliest into hitting on a woman that you've ever said, I want to fuck you? You give it a couple minutes, right?
I try to get into it pretty quick.
So that trump card down. No, you're in the game.
I don't, because I don't like. I don't ever ask them to. Would you like to have dinner? I don't really like having dinner with them, or having a drink with them, or anything like that.
No.
You know.
So that's your sort of exchange with women is.
Yeah, I say, hey, how about you and me fuck? And then they go, no. And then they go, how about we have dinner? And I go, I don't like dinner. You don't like fucking.
So it's a pretty basic thing you have with them. Kind of a basic exchange.
I'm not good with it.
Now, Norm, have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good play, but you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste.
Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes that are like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience. They told me, so I figured I'd
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son." You know, and so I was saying that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know. It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know, first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and, oh yeah, he loves cock. You know? This kid. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, his kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
What do you do with your son?
I play with him.
You do. How old is he now?
this young man?
He's 15 years old.
15 years
You're
old.
still playing with him.
Right.
You know, it's a funny thing.
Yeah.
When he was a very young boy, you know, when he was like 3, 4, or something like that, I would play games with him. You know, like we'd play basketball or something.
Sure.
And I let him win.
Right.
You know, and now he can beat me at everything. And so he's like, hey man, I always beat you at everything. I said, no, fuck, I used to let you win. He go, fuck, he doesn't believe it.
He always beat you.
Yeah, so he just thinks I'm some retard that can't beat a fucking infant. Well, it's
albeit a bad one, but nevertheless.
Just sad. It was all happening in Canada, you know.
Canada.
You know,
You can't talk about it because it happened in Canada.
No, I'm
You
saying.
know what happens in Canada stays in Canada. But seriously, what led to
Hey, you
you?
want to hear a joke from my act?
Yes. I do.
He must have done something really bad.
No, it's about that whatever happened in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear
that fucking whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, I
You
heard that. I heard that.
So actually, it doesn't really stay. Like you can't. It's not like you can kill a person and then leave Vegas and everything's cool. You know what I mean? So what I did was I looked at that phrase. What it actually means is basically you can go to Vegas, fuck a prostitute, and then she will not tell your wife.
Right. That's exactly
what they're saying.
You're saying
not like those gossipy small town whores.
You're saying
back to where you come from. I'm saying back at home, they're blabbermouths.
You're saying, in other
they're
words,
sitting in the beauty parlor going, "Oh, you're married to Hank Johnson? I fucking shit on his face last night."
In other words,
it's a small world.
There are certain people who literally.
What did Gilbert do? I read in the computer that Gilbert said something back at Affleck or something.
Well, I don't. You know, Gilbert is not the type to apologize for anything he says. But I think it cost him a lot of money. The Affleck gig was easy. Once a year he goes in, acts like a duck, and he makes a ton of dough.
And he doesn't even have to say anything but Affleck.
Hey, you're right. Affleck. So, you know, he didn't know Affleck, I guess, has 75% of their business in Japan. And they got a bit offended by what was going on. So
I did an audition for it.
Did you really?
Did you?
It seems like everyone is being auditioned
Now,
for the
what
Affleck
did you do? Did you try to sound like Gilbert, or did you try to change the duck?
They said I have only been on like 5 auditions in my life, and everyone's been a fucking nightmare.
You don't strike me as an auditioning kind of guy.
I'm the worst fucking ever. So I go in, and then the woman goes like, I just thought I'd have to say Affleck once.
Right, that's easy.
So she goes, listen. I want you to create a story. Like, that's what I want you to do. Like, you just think of the duck, be quizzical and funny, and then sarcastic, and then serious, and then sexy. And she goes, just create a story. Have fun. They all say, fucking have fun with it.
No, this is my work. There's no fun here.
So then, like, 3 seconds in, I'm like, I want to get the fuck out of here. I ain't gonna be the fucking duck. So she left, and then there's just me and a guy with a hat. So I said, listen, man, I'll just say Affleck and get the fuck out of here. Because, I only got so many fucking moments in my life.
Right. You got a life to live.
Yeah, so have you ever been in that situation? You've never have been because you have complete freedom. But it's me, a guy with a hat. He's telling me how to say Affleck. I'm saying Affleck. I'm going, I don't have that many years left.
It dawned on you that this is actual.
This is time.
Like if a doctor told you had 3 weeks to live, you'd say, God, I'm spending too much time here.
Exactly.
So
you go to psychiatrist.
Yeah. Do you go to psychiatrist?
I went for 4 times.
I could see you'd be difficult.
I started making up shit.
Right.
And it was like
routines.
bad.
Did you feel
not
you had to
routines, but I'd exaggerate things, and then I go, well, no, it wasn't that bad. Like,
So it was hard for you you to take yourself seriously in therapy?
The first time I went was here in New York, man. I went to a fucking apartment. It was in an apartment.
Is this during Saturday Night Live years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I was fucking addicted to gambling and shit, so that's why I went. But anyways, I go to this.
You're not addicted anymore to
You
that?
went and got cured?
I got cured.
Yeah, look at him. He's cured. He's only gambling $100,000 a hand now.
So the
Used to be much
lady,
worse.
so it's a lady. It was a lady.
Yeah.
A lady
Whoa.
psychiatrist.
Yes.
Attractive?
No,
thank God.
Man. It was
You're
like
such a seductress. I could
you
see
know,
you.
like the things at the bottom of the fish tank?
Yeah.
Like
the
that.
sucking fish?
Yeah, she looked like that. But she was a nice lady.
Like a flounder.
And smart from the universities and shit, right?
Right. Did someone
Psychiatrist.
recommend you? Someone from what
Yeah.
Lorne Michaels say?
Somebody said go to this lady. So
Right,
I go in, right? And I never been to no psychiatrist. So she starts asking me questions. And I'm making little jokes and shit, right?
No,
Everything
no.
she's asking. So she says, enough with the fucking jokes. What's that shit, right? Don't do jokes.
Right, take it
like,
seriously.
What, you know, you're talking about your father and stuff, and you're making jokes.
Right.
Like, say really what it is. So I go, I never did that in my life, right? So I'm like, all right. So fucking then I'm talking. So then cut to fucking 25 minutes later, tears streaming down my eyes. I'm fucking like a fucking little fag baby, right? I don't know if babies are fags, I don't know, but I'm crying and shit, right? And then she's like, okay, time's up, beat it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa. I go, no, please. I go, I'll pay you more. Just I have to stay here, right? And she's like, there's another lady, get out, you know. So I'm like, ah. So then I walk out in the cold New York, you know, with the hot dog vendors. They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Tears. And I go through Central Park shaking. And here's a story about Rodney, man. He was fucking guy. Kept doing coke and shit, even when, you know, you get scared at some point. You stop doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Most humans.
Not him.
This fucker, 80, whatever he was, doing all kinds of shit. Saga told me the story, right? So he's in the hospital, and he's got a fucking brain tumor that's going to cause a heart attack, all this crazy shit, right?
Right.
So everybody's worried about him. Just leaves the hospital 2 days later, right?
Walks out on his own.
Yeah, so he's in the comedy store with two hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is 2 days later.
Yeah.
So Saget told me he walked in, he was like completely shocked. He said, Rodney, how you doing, man? Well, what's going on? He goes, how are you doing? And Rodney goes, how am I doing? He goes, I'm sitting here with two whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?
Still very quick.
Yeah.
He was a genuine character. I know guys who went into meetings with him about a movie.
Yeah.
He'd show up late in a bathrobe with his balls hanging out.
Yeah.
And like legendary stories of it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
talk about not giving a
Oh,
fuck.
it was his
You
balls.
worship that. You want to be that guy
It
who
was the
doesn't give a
greatest.
fuck, right?
I met Rodney, man, when I was fucking. I made the worst mistake ever, which I was in the fucking hotel, and I loved Rodney and shit. I didn't know him, and I was coming down in the casino. I was coming down the fucking elevator, and Rodney was in the elevator. I'm like, oh my god, it's Rodney. I gotta say something to him. So, anyways, I'd worked on some stupid fucking thing with this director,
Yeah.
who said he worked with Rodney.
Yeah.
So I used that as a thing, right? So I go, hey, Rodney. I go, we have a common friend. He goes, who's that? I go, Paul Johnson. He goes, that cocksucker. He goes, that fucker's no friend. And there's a full elevator. That fucker's no friend of mine. You tell him he can suck my dick. I'm like, oh, I'm not his friend. I'm not his friend.
And you hear these stories that Rodney was sort of a bitter guy because he made it late in life and
did,
all that.
yeah,
But yet
yeah.
he was a sweet guy because
he helped
I mean,
everybody.
he did something for me that I'll never forget. Like I appeared on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno back when I would work with that scumbag.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. He's a great guy. Anyway, I went on the Tonight Show and Rodney called me at my house. Now I didn't know Rodney. He just says, "Hey, Howard, I just want to tell you, when I used to do shows, no one ever called me. No one ever said I did good. I knew what you were doing up there. You were great. You were doing a great
that's
job."
cool.
And I was like, wow, Rodney, dangerous. I mean, because he's the guy. If he thinks you did okay, I must have done okay.
Yeah.
So what a tremendous, nice thing to do for somebody.
Unbelievable. Well, I met him on Saturday Night Live because he came and did, when I did Update, he came and did some jokes on his 75th birthday. So we have to do dress first at 8:30 and then at 11:30 the show, you know?
Right.
So he comes and he's like, hey, Norm, I got to fucking talk to you, you know? So I go in and I'm like, Mr. Dangerfield, it's great to meet you. That's the first time I ever met him. He goes, listen, man. He goes, what the fuck, man? Why am I doing it at 8:30, you know? I know my fucking jokes. I'll just come back at 11:30. I go, I don't know how it works, Rodney. You got to do it. He goes, God damn. He goes, let me tell you something, kid. This was his advice to me.
Kid.
He goes, let me tell you something, kid. He goes, this fucking TV shit, you know? He goes, this waiting around all the fucking time. It's a bunch of shit, you know? It's shit. He goes, it's the same with fucking movies, you know? You're in the movie, and then you're in the fucking trailer all the time. That's all you're doing is fucking jerking off in the trailer, you know? He goes, it's all shit, kid. He goes, remember this and remember it. Remember it forever. Stand up, man. That's all there is. Stand up.
And he meant it.
Then there's a fucking 5-minute pause. He's looking me right in the eyes. He goes, stand up, shit.
He forgot. It's all shit.
Okay, well,
A negative guy. Yeah.
I'll tell you the time I went to fucking, you know, this guy Milos Forman.
Yeah, he's a big director.
So he saw me on Saturday Night Live, so he got the idea I was smart.
I always thought that.
Everybody always thought that.
Because I'm reading the news and shit like that. So he's come to we go out to eat at Nobu and shit, right? And so I go with him. So it's me, him, and two guys from two foreigners.
Right.
And so these guys know everything, you know? And so they're like, what about the situation in the Balkans or something like that?
Yeah, you're the newsman.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there like a retard. They know everything, right?
Right. They're concerned.
Yeah.
Right.
So he thought, and I just kind of play along like by repeating what they'd said 3 sentences ago.
Right, yeah.
And so anyways, he goes, I put you in the movie, man. I need a guy to... And he was going to give me a big part.
Right.
So I was like, no, don't do that. Like, I can't act. And he's like, don't worry about it. I go, seriously, Milos, I don't want you to give me a big part. So he's like, what do you want? I go, just give me a small part. That'd be cool. So he made me a reporter, right, in this People versus Larry Flint.
Right, yes.
Yeah. I played one of the people.
Right.
So
originally, I think it sounds like you were about to be Larry Flint. Right.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm Larry Flint.
I have stories about that fucker
Right.
too.
Yeah.
But we go to we do the movie, right? And I'm a reporter, you know. So he goes, you know, you drive up and get out of the car and run in. I go, well, I can't drive. He goes, oh. So he goes, okay, a cab will drive you. So it doesn't make sense. Like a reporter's in a cab. So I get to so we do the scene. It's me and Larry Flint, you know, me and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So. You know, he has all these cameras. He goes, okay, you know, he goes, you don't have to worry too much about the script. Just, you know, he's a really cool guy. And he goes, just whenever you're ready, do it, you know. So then, anyways, Woody Harrelson's really cool. And fucking actors, man, when they're really good, it's like something different.
Right.
You know? And because I'm just waiting for the other fucker to stop talking and hope to God I remember
You're
my
not even
line.
paying attention.
No, I'm just hoping to remember my words. So anyways, fucking what's his name? Woody Harrelson asked me if I want a beer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you want a beer? I go, no, it's cool. I don't drink, you know. He goes, you don't want a beer? I go, no, I don't drink, but thanks, man. And then I go, you drink? Like, I thought you just smoke weed and all that shit. And then all of a sudden, Milos Forman goes, "Cut! What the fuck is going on?" Like we were in the movie.
You didn't know.
No.
You thought he was talking to you.
Because he was looking at me and talking like a regular person.
Oy vey.
There was nothing fake about it.
You got caught up in the movie.
He was such a good actor.
You said you'd rather play Frogger than have sex.
Oh yeah, well you have to know Frogger, you know, it's a game. It's an arcade game where a little frog has to go across the river.
Yeah.
And they have like little logs that he has to, and sometimes the log's a crocodile and tries to eat him.
You're like totally into that?
Yeah, I like a lot of things better than sex. I don't care for sex that much.
See, that's the thing with me too, because I'm totally bored. I don't have any, what's the matter?
Yeah. It hasn't like gotten better over the centuries, you know? It's always the same thing. It's very, like I had sex when I was young, man, and then I had it for a while, and then I realized it's kind of always the same thing, you know? There's only a few things you can do. You can go like this and then over, you know what I mean? You go, I'll do this for a while, and then...
Do you think that we're being drugged by the government to lose interest in sex?
Oh, no, I just think it's a thing that... like, you know, when people go, hey, you know, that guy's he's good in bed, you know?
And to me, like, how hard is it? You know? It's not like if you're good in badminton or something, you know, that's a hard thing, badminton. You gotta, and Frogger, you know? But sex, you can figure it out in like 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and like goats do it and stuff. You know, like goats and pigs and stuff all do it, so how special can it be?
Exactly. Show me a goat that can get past the 3rd level of frog.
That's right, Nora. That's right.
The writers write it, and then you say it, so then if it's not funny, the audience hates you, you know?
Right, that's exactly why you have to be so mean to writers.
Right. Like the audience is going to watch the Roseanne show and go, oh, that dirty Bruce Rasmussen, he's not funny at all. Right?
They don't get that. Yeah. The writers don't get that. It's your ass out there. They go like, no, it is funny. I'd be like, I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote it and I say it's funny. Well, then you go out there and say it. They want they kind of want a robot that'll just say anything.
Yeah, but they're good people, the writers, you know. I have to go back and talk to them after the show.
Yeah, remember when I used to make y'all wear numbers?
Yeah. Yeah, Roseanne made us all wear numbers on our shirts so she wouldn't have to speak to us as human beings. So, you know, she'd say, hey, just number 9. And actually, we have some writers on this show that worked at Roseanne, your show.
Yeah, so.
We have 3 and 8.
Are they any good? I remember those guys. Are they any good now?
Oh, yeah, they're great. They're great.
So.
Yeah.
I know that the guy that used to write the, what do you call it, in Hustler magazine.
What?
He used to write the jokes, the captions under the comics in Hustler magazine.
Where is
he? He's the one that created your show.
He is?
He's the most talented. Yeah, he's the most talented of all of them. He also did Drew Carey. He's the most talented number I ever had on that show.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best.
Yeah,
and
he's Bruce Halford. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, he started out at Hustler magazine.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Those things were hysterical. He never told me that. You mean like the really dirty cartoons with the blood and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have those captions. They were funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
That one time I had a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And because they told me I should go see a psychiatrist. I didn't want to go see one or anything like that. But so I go to see this dude, the psychiatrist, and I'm talking to the guy, and I couldn't think of any problems or anything that I had. You know, I was just like, guy I'm working with is kind of a troublemaker, you know, and the boss is always. So I'm just like, I had nothing to say, and the guy's like sitting there, you know. So then I go to the guy twice, right? And then I'm reading the paper. The guy kills himself.
Really?
Yeah, he killed himself. And then I was reading his horrible life, like he was on all these drugs, and he was one of those guys that like to hang themselves there to have sex, and all this weird stuff. Anyway.
Oh, my God!
Yeah. And then I just kept thinking, good God, like the last week of his life, he was listening to my boring problems, you know? He's all troubled, and I'm going, anyways, the guy, you know, I don't think he respects me, my boss, you know?
That's kind of, did like that, how deeply did that frighten you? When you read it in the paper that he killed himself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing about guys killing themselves.
That's really scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially a psychiatrist, you figure they got it all going on in their head, right?
Yeah. And then, like, when you find out they're crazier than you.
Yeah. I don't like that. Because I don't like those psychiatrists, too. I'm always afraid, like, that, you know, they get you under their spell there.
Yeah,
and then,
they do.
And then you don't have anybody else. You only trust the guy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, first thing he does has sex with you.
That's right. Yeah, the first, it's like a cult. It's a horrifying cult, I think.
Same with hypnotists. Like, I always think if a hypnotist is going to hypnotize you, he should say right before, I promise I will not have sex with you, you know, while you're under, because, you know, I want to give up smoking, but at the same time. I brought some pizza.
Oh, boy. Oh, I love this pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza.
Dairy pizza. Oh, my God, look.
It's kosher pizza.
It's so good, too.
Because you're Jewish.
That's right. I just want to be able to eat pepperoni that's made out of veal or something. I love that.
You'll go to hell.
What if if I eat pepperoni with pork?
Yeah, because you're Jewish.
Will that make me go to hell?
Yeah, isn't that the whole idea?
Go to hell?
You know, I'm Christian. I can eat any kind of pizza and not go to hell.
For eating it either.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't go to hell.
Well, they don't specifically mention pizza in the Old Testament, but it's
But they do mention pepperoni.
Yeah. This pizza here.
But it doesn't say you'll go to hell. It just says, you never know where,
You might want to avoid this piece. Actually has hooves on it. You want to eat that? And I said, listen, man, because I kept hearing these things about how old people always have sex.
Yeah.
So I said to my grandmother, grandfather, you still have sex with my grandmother? He was like, good Lord, no. And then he was explaining it to me. He was like, because in his own head, he thinks he's like a young dude.
Yeah.
You know? And so he says, like, when you get old, it's not like all of a sudden your taste change where you go, hey, that wrinkly old lady looks good.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Wow. He said that people still look good when they're in their 20s to, like, real old guys?
Yeah, yeah. Because he said whenever he looked in the mirror, he was always shocked because he thought he was like a doughboy back in the First World War. You know? He thought he was a handsome dude. And even if he did know he was ugly, he still was not attracted to the old bags.
Norm MacDonald is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Great to see you, Norm.
Hey, Adam. Hey,
Teresa.
Hi, Norm. How you doing?
Norm's going to be at the Bray Improv tomorrow. That is Thursday through Sunday. 2 shows on Friday and Saturday. Feels like a tall order for Norm MacDonald.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a donkey ride to heaven.
Sure will be. Hey, Norm, I don't know if you can remember this story, but somebody, I think, told it to me about you gambling, coming in late, and calling for a wake-up call that was probably just a few minutes after you went to bed. Do you remember that story?
Yes.
How did that story go? I remember laughing hysterically, but I don't remember all the details.
It was back when I was drinking, and I was really drinking a lot. And I was gambling and everything, and then I went up to the room and I said, I phoned down to the, I'm trying to remember, I phoned back down to the front desk and I said, listen, give me a wake-up call for 6 o'clock. And I was like, oh, it's 5 to 6. And I said, I better let you go, you'll be dialing soon.
Norm, it's like Ty Pennington got to your head and made you over. The last time I saw you, you had a gray beard.
Oh, yeah.
You really...
Why did you say I was sober? I don't drink.
Wow. You don't drink?
I don't drink and I don't do drugs, but it's an odd
Really?
thing. Yeah, I don't do anything.
Hold on,
You've never been a drinker?
Oh, I have in the past when I was a young boy, but I get scared, like, when you're young, do anything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you don't think you're going to die, so when I was young, people just hand me pills, I'd eat them, and then I got older, and I was like, God damn, man, I'm going to die, I'm not going to do nothing.
Right.
So,
but you still gamble. That's a vice, right?
It's a vice, but it's not life-threatening in any way.
Right, unless your bookie kills you.
Right. It's quality of life-threatening, arguably.
I'll tell you something, bookies don't really kill you.
They don't. They want their money back.
They want the money. They want to make a deal.
Norm...
I had a bookie take all my money, and because I won so much, and then my buddy's like, oh, man, you got to break his leg and stuff, right? And I'm like, what? I'm already out all this money. I'm not going to...
Yeah, you won a bet. What was it, like $100,000 or something?
Yeah,
and
it
just didn't pay off.
Now, what were you betting on? Were you betting on football? What was
football mostly, yeah. But it became crazy where it was like basketball every single day.
So, Norm, you have not had a drink in how long?
Well, first of all, I'm not an alcoholic.
That's
so I don't count
the first thing alcoholics say.
No, alcoholics count the days. They know how long it's been. So sometimes I'll go to a party, a guy will go, hey, what do you want to drink? I go, just give me a water. And then they'll go, are you alcoholic? And I'm like, no, man, you're the guys that are drinking.
Right.
You know, I want a water. And they go, oh, yeah, no, we understand.
So you don't...
All right, I'll drink.
So you don't...
I'll get drunk out of my mind and barf all over myself if it'll take away the stigma of being an alcoholic. But I knew a friend, man, that some guys can get any women they want, you know? And I'm sure you know the type, you know. It's not like they're incredibly handsome or anything, but just somehow they have some about them. And my buddy Bill...
Yeah.
This guy could get any lady. I'm telling you, literally had sex with a different woman every night. I asked him, I said, what's your secret, you know? He said, I'm a serial rapist.
Stop. Did you say that on The View the other day when you were on The View?
I didn't go on The View. They don't want me on there.
I thought you were on The View.
No, they don't like me anymore.
Why won't they have you?
Well, one time they wanted me to go on The View, right? So I was like up all night, like for a long time, because I was in my gambling days and stuff like that. And so the guy kept phoning me, the producer of The View, you know?
Yeah,
and,
Bill Geddes.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. And so he kept having ideas, like funny ideas I could do, you know?
Right.
Like they have those guys. You know?
Right.
So
here's a funny idea. Let's not talk about rape. Like ideas like that. No, it's fine with me. It's just funny. It strikes me with Norm and with me sometimes you talk to producers about funny ideas maybe you shouldn't be doing.
Oh,
more do-nots than do's.
Yeah, they do that. They go, hey, don't swear on The View like you're going to swear. Like
right.
That retarded.
Here's an idea for your segment. Don't use the N-word.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? How did you end up offending?
So anyways, the guy kept following me with these crazy ideas. He'd go like, hey, why don't you come out with like a red wig on? And I'm like, why would I do that? And he goes, the gals are teasing Barbara about her new hair tint. I'm like, yeah, that seems all right. Because I'm trying to be nice. I have a hard time saying no, you know. So yeah, maybe. He goes, and then so finally I go, I'll think of something, you know. So I'm at a poker table the whole time talking to him, and, you know, because I used to play for like 70 hours straight, and so he keeps phone. He's like, I got it, man. He's like, you carry out a cell phone onto the show, right? And then he goes, halfway during the show, your cell phone rings, you know, and it's your agent Morty, you know. So you pick it up, you're like, hey, man, I'm on The View. This is no time to talk here, Morty. You know, he goes, Morty's not on the line. You just pretend, you know.
Right.
And, this is a terrible time, Morty. I'm on the TV, you know. So I go, oh, yeah, that sounds good, you know, with no intention of really doing it.
Right. Now, what time did you go to bed that night?
I didn't go to bed. So
okay.
I'm driving to the stupid View, right? And I go, I had this story about Cosby. So I go, I'll do that story about meeting Bill Cosby, you know. So I show up and they put makeup on. I go, what are you gonna talk about? I go, I'm cool, man. Just tell them, do you ever meet Bill Cosby? So as I'm walking in, the producer, unbeknownst to me, slips the cell phone in. You know, he goes, remember our bit? And I go, yeah.
You got out of the red wig, though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have to do that. This is got to be a long story. But what happened was,
it's good though.
I went on to The View. And, you know, they're supposed to just talk to you. Now, this was when, this was a long time, but this was when President Bush was, he wasn't the president, he was running for the presidency. Right?
Right.
So I don't know nothing about politics.
Right.
But Ben Stein had called me, and he said that, you know Ben Stein? So, you know, like, when Clinton came, like, there was like 10,000, like, Streisand and Schwarzenegger, everybody, you know, showed up. And then when Bush showed up, it was just me and Ben Stein.
He used to be a speechwriter for Nixon.
Yeah, that is a very sobering homecoming for Bush. Just Norm MacDonald and Ben Stein at the airport.
Good God. I got to talk to him for a half hour in the Air Force One. Anyway,
wow.
The story is I go on The View, and as soon as I get on The View, I'm all tired and everything. I'm like, all right, ladies, what's going on in the news? Bill Cosby? What's going on? And so all of a sudden, they show a picture of me standing next to George Bush, who's running for presidency, and they go, hey, check this out. Whoa, Norm, like, you know, as if it was a picture of Kurt Waldheim standing beside Hitler in the woods or something, you know? And I'm like, they're like, what's this all about? You know, like I'm crazy.
Right.
And I go, I don't know. So just to get on their nerves, I go, well, it's better than that last guy, Clinton. He murdered a guy. And so then Barbara Walters like went all crazy, and she's like, "What did you say, young man?" You know, and I'm like, Oh, I thought it was a matter of public record. Like, I just try to get more. I go, didn't he murder a guy? I heard he murdered that Vince Foster guy, and they pretended it was a suicide or something. And I'm like, isn't that a matter of public record? She's like, listen, you're treading on thin ice, mister. He should come out and call me mister. I'm like, no, I thought he murdered a guy. I said it about 6 times, you know. So, and she's like, what about Bill Cosby?
To be fair to her, she thought you were Tim Meadows. To be fair to her.
So anyways, and so the whole audience is all in shock and awe and everything. They don't know how to react to this, all craziness. And all of a sudden, like, my cell phone rings, right?
You got the bit, yeah.
The bit.
Morty's on the phone.
I forgot about it. It was coming from the speakers. I didn't know what it was like that. And then it occurred to me, and I pull out the cell phone. I'm like, hey, Morty, this is a terrible time to call, right? So then Barbara Walters goes, what are you doing, you know? And I go, I don't know. So that retard in the back told me to pretend Morty was calling. And then she goes, she just stared at me for like 3 seconds. She goes, you are one piece of work, mister. Wow. And that was the end of that.
She just said it was Vince Foster calling from the beyond.
It's calling from hell. Says I'll see you soon. Norm's got a new CD out called Ridiculous. Norm, when we left off, we were talking about Bill Cosby and you never getting to tell your Bill Cosby story on The View, but you can certainly tell it here.
Oh, Bill Cosby? Well, I opened for Bill Cosby, and I was really excited, you know, because I'm a comedian, and he was like the first comedian I ever heard and everything, and I still love him, you know. And so I was real excited and everything, and and we're performing, oh my Lord, it was like an entire football field, right?
Well, where is it?
It was LSU. Mm-hmm. And, I'm sorry, it was Tulsa. It doesn't matter.
Right. And, you didn't have to correct yourself.
And so I get there, and it's an entire football field in a little tiny stage, and I have no way of knowing how to, you know. So I'm like, you know, anyone have an answering machine? And then they're just talking to each other.
Right.
Know? I have no idea of how to talk to this many people, you know, so they completely ignore me for the whole thing. But, you know, they don't hate me or anything. They just don't notice me.
They're ambivalent.
So I'm like, how on earth, you know? So I was interested in seeing how Bill Cosby would do it. So Bill Cosby lands in a helicopter like 10 minutes before, and he's wearing a sweatshirt, and I'm in a suit and everything, you know? And he says, why are you wearing the suit? I said, oh, Bill Cosby. He goes, college. He talks like just in words. He doesn't use He goes, college sweatshirt. And I'm like, okay.
Doing a Mad Lib.
Yeah. So he gets up, and so he's a guy's a genius. Just stand beside the lady. He's not nervous at all, of course, you know. He says, anything going on in the school? She says, next week we play LSU, you know, we're Tulsa. He goes, that's okay, fine. And then they introduce me, walks out, and he goes, Tulsa! And everybody screams, right? And then he goes, LSU! And everybody boos. And then he goes, Tulsa! And everybody screams louder. And he goes, LSU! Exactly. So he says it about 5 times, every time slower. And now they're going up and down like they're in a lather, you know? Right. And then he goes, next week I will be performing LSU, and I'll be doing that bit backwards. They all laugh. Amazing. But anyways, afterwards, so I talked to him, and I go, oh, man, you're the best. You know, I listened to you as a kid and everything with my dad, like, was racist. But he loved you know. And I think
it's the ultimate compliment.
It is. It tempered, like, his racism and stuff.
Yeah, it's like telling a cow that your mom's vegan, but was willing to eat just you. Yes. That's how much she loves you.
Yeah, if you want to compare an African-American to a cow, that would be a good analogy.
Well, you don't want to pick another animal, one that may climb a tree and eat bananas.
This is getting ugly. Let's...
All right, Norm, come on, reel it in.
So Cosby says to me, so I said, yeah, my dad loves you. He goes, where does your dad live? I go, Ottawa. So he turns to his agent, you know, whatever guy was with him. He goes, Fred, am I not doing Ottawa? So he looks on his thing, and he says, oh, yes, so Mr. Cosby, you're doing Ottawa in August. And he goes, give me the man's father. He says, so now I'll get your father front row seat afterward. He'll come back to and talk with me, and I'll treat the man well. And I was like, oh, man, that's great. So he goes, give me a pen. The man needs a pen and a paper. Write down the phone number. And so I'm getting a pen and a paper, and I realize my dad's dead, right? He's been dead like 10 years.
Well, 666 would be the area code.
He's a VIP.
Sorry, buddy.
So I go, oh man, I don't want to now say my dad's dead and bring the whole conversation down.
Right, sure.
So I just write down 9 numbers, you know. Is it 9, 10? I know
You gave him a fake number for your dad.
He's a mathematical genius. Norm MacDonald, everybody.
I know the area code of where my dad lived. So anyways, I go, here you go. He'll enjoy it. He's alive, you know. The guy,
he probably shouldn't have hit alive so hard.
Yeah, that's a tell.
So then, amazingly enough, first of all, this shows you how powerful people can find anybody, right? I was doing this. I was in this lame thing on the Drew Carey show, and as a little guest star, you know. And the stage manager runs up. She goes, "Bill Cosby's on the phone."
What? He tracked you down.
Yeah, he can find anybody.
How long after you'd seen him on the field at Tulsa?
3 months later. So I get on the phone, and it's Bill Cosby. He's like, I found the number. The man is not, it's different than the father. The man is different. And I phoned twice I phoned the same man. No, and so I'm like, keep lying. I go, I'm sure that's his number. I don't know what to do.
Norm, couldn't he have died in the interim? You could have said he just died.
Oh, man, that's
savvy.
That's fast. That was fast.
The more you know.
How to lie to Bill Cosby.
So anyways, I did actually tell that story, and I was at Saturday Night Live. I told that story on a talk show, and the next day, man, I went into my office at Saturday Night Live, and there was about 600 flowers, whole big things of flowers. The office was packed with flowers. It was so crazy, and finally on one of the little flowers, there was a little note, and it said, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but your father has long since died, Bill Cosby.
Wow.
So he was fun. He went to all that trouble to make a joke.
Wow, what a guy.
Seems like a great guy.
Sweet man.
Adam, I got to talk to you. You've been working with all these guys. You've been working with Norm probably. You've been working with him for a long time.
Yeah, but Normie, no, I think what he's bringing up was when me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell the story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah. Movie. I mean, it was the first movie.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. When I graduated first grade, all my father did was tell me to get a job. Hey, you want to feed that donkey some beer? Get it all messed up? Maybe later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Norm and I did the movie, and Norm is, we didn't know each other's acting style. Yeah?
Right.
So me and Norm are best friends in the movie, and we're out at the pool. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course, so old Billy's going to talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're going to turn and clarify everything
I get nervous with Normie behind me. But
Man, why did I have so many drinks I can't remember? What's today? October? It's Nudie Magazine Day!
So anyway, I'm doing a scene with Norm at the pool, and I tell him, I say my line. I think I did it very well. And then I'm like, let me see how Norm, ping-pongs this line back. and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I was like, old Norm likes to take his time.
Yeah.
And then
maybe it's an acting technique, right?
Maybe he's going deep for this. Yeah, right. And then I'm waiting a little longer, and I'm like, wow, he's really milking this one. And then a few more seconds, I noticed old Norm was sleeping. Right? Remember that?
I got to start.
Sir.
You fell.
Oh, man, Billy, I just thought of the funniest thing. Billy? Where's Billy? He's in school, man. Yeah.
Asleep while the camera was rolling.
Well, they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right, that's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
You know what I realized with that movie as I was doing it? Because because the movie was grown-ups. And I, in the movie, kept going, like, every time they were at a scene, I kept walking up and going, hey, guys, can I be in it?
Oh, yeah,
And
it
they
was
go,
at the beginning and end of every scene.
So I realized that halfway through, wait a minute.
Damn, no, it was the best. You killed the hardest at read-through, too.
This feels like a guy trying to get in a movie. It was like I had shown up on the set. In real life, I'm a famous actor, Norm MacDonald. But in this movie, I play an unknown man named Geezer. Hey, Lenny, you old son of a bee sting. I heard you were in town. You remember who I am, right?
Yeah. The guy from on Golden Pond, right?
On Golden Pond. You still got it. It's Geezer. Well, Geezer, I play Geezer, who is me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that, you know, they're going to have a 4th of July fireworks on the lake, you know, on a barge. Can I at least go with you guys to that and watch it, you know? It'll be like the old days.
We used to do that.
Well, hey, if we didn't, we should start. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Geezer's always like the odd man out. Hey, Lenny, you guys are all eating here. How come nobody phoned me?
Well, no, we just kind of ended up
You
here.
make me sound like I'm some wicked witch of Milan.
I
need sewn up for I do good things. I do charity for children.
Yes.
Well, hey, is that your wife sitting on the cracker?
Yes.
He wants to be a diamond someday, just like everybody. So he says to the judge, I says, if it lasts for 6 years, it isn't really a temporary restraining order, is it? Whoa, hold on. The idea was Fred and Adam were talking, and, you know, instead of just having actors, just make it all guys that Sandler knows and loves, I hope. He loves me, because I love him. Hey, it's me, Geezer. I'm your husband's best friend. It's so fun to be around these guys, because Sandler is, like, hysterically funny. Chris Rock, David Spade, Schneider, Kevin James is incredibly funny. So being around these guys, it's hard. It's very hard for me to be the funniest of all. But I do it. I manage. Man, Hilliard's daughter is looking incredible.
Oh, yeah. The blonde or the brunette?
The hot one.
Ooh. Finally a man shows up. You like what you see?
Ooh. Yes.
You're gonna have to catch it.
Well, I gotta go. I hate to leave you, but I'll chase him to the end of the earth. What people don't understand about movies is you have to memorize literally hundreds of words and then say them in a row. Lenny, I didn't get to hang out with you all week.
Oh, Geezer, we're hanging out now, aren't we? I'm sorry, man.
You know, it's an interesting thing. You say sorry. You know sorry is not in the Bible. Please forgive me. That's the way they say it in the Bible.
That's cool. That's an interesting fact.
Completely true, except for the Bible part. So it's fun to be able to improvise because it's so hard to remember words in the order they're supposed to be. Hey, what about they're going to have a 4th of July firework. Listen, it's not as hard. It's not as hard as coal mining, but it's actually harder than coal mining. But I like to say it's not as hard as coal mining because it makes me sound like a man of the people. It's actually much harder than coal mining. Those coal miners, man. Huh. What do you call a kangaroo wearing sunglasses? Beats me. Usually on movies, you have to work with actors, and that's not that fun. But when you work with your old buddies, that's the coolest, yeah. Since when do you guys stand in lines? Don't you remember what you used to do without me all the time?
Backdoor shuffle.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna do this?
Backdoor shuffle.
Hey, come on. Should I come along?
No. You just stay. Keep our place in mind.
I'll stay here.
Okay,
I'll stay here then.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sad moment in grown-ups history. We're saying goodbye to Norm MacDonald.
Thank you very much.
Every grace to the shores of water.
Thank you, Dennis.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands.
don't have a chance to win at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world, so I stay.
Too magic to win. I'll play you over and over.
We're back with our remaining moments on Larry King Live. We bring two of the great talents, both formerly of Saturday Night Live, with us. David Spade is in Los Angeles. Norm MacDonald is here in New York. And now,
hello, Norm.
Say hello to him.
Hi, David. David and I apparently are having some kind of feud. He left this message on my machine.
So what is this?
What is
David,
that?
did you not want to appear with him tonight?
Norm,
Come on, David. Tell us.
I wouldn't pay $300 to have my hair blow dry to be treated like this. No, your hair is great. I was
Do you feel, David, that the star spotlight has been taken away by you, by McDonald tonight?
No, I don't mind. It should be.
Oh, you...
Norm's my buddy. Norm's one of the best guys out there. I've been watching this whole show, laughing my head off. I don't think Larry knows that Norm's a little kooky. And he's got some funny stuff to say.
What do you make of that? He's accusing you of not having all the marbles.
Good Lord.
Not shocked.
Not having all the marbles? I'll tell you something about marbles. I haven't seen a kid play marbles for years. China Syndrome is a great rental.
He's doing my column now. Okay.
Of all the colors, blue is my favorite.
Stop that. Okay.
Where is John Stamos?
When do you two go to work together? Why don't you do a movie together?
We'd love to. We've been trying to for a long time, right, Dave? Yeah. Norm's one of the few super funny guys out there that I'm trying to keep up with. He's a blast, and whatever show gets him next will be in great shape.
Well, David, do you think he's going to do a weekend update on the new Howard Stern show?
It seemed like that's what you told him.
So. It seems like that to me. I don't know why he's in some sort of denial over this.
Norm's a little tricky, but he's in demand, so I think they'll have him if he wants to do it.
Maybe Meet the Press will ask you to do it, and he'll come back then.
Meet the Press would be great. Tim Russert, right?
Yeah, you and Tim.
Me and Tim would be a great...
Load of laughs.
You guys lost me. He doesn't know who Tim Russert is. Anything about Tim Russert. He only knows supermodels. I get blank stares.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, Larry, you live next to me in Beverly Hills now. You knew Clampett. You're right next to me. Clampett. I just heard. You're going to come by
Don't give the address.
We're going to I know where you are. You're by Nate Nowsen. My house has a water wiggle out front, and you're going to have to come by and hang out with me. What is that?
What's a water wiggle?
That's his thing for a supermodel. What an idiot. You're going to be part of Neighborhood Watch with me, and you're going to hold up your end. I don't care if you're out of town a lot.
Where do you live, Norm?
I live in New York City.
Here, the Gotham.
Yeah, the Big Apple.
But I've seen you in L.A.
Yeah,
I saw you with Chris Farley in New York.
Yeah, it's in
LA.
Los Angeles, me and Chris Farley.
Yeah,
his story doesn't check out, does it, Larry?
No, so you
It's got some holes in it. I live in Los Angeles.
Good observations, Spade.
I'm
Coastal.
Get it out, Norm. Bi-coastal, yeah. Bisexual. No, what are you doing, No, I'm kidding. I'm
We've
kidding.
had lots of admissions here tonight. Do you ever miss Saturday Night Live? Both the same question for both of you. David.
I miss hanging out with Norm and some other people there, but I don't miss how hard it was. It was a good 6-year run for me. It was fun.
But you don't miss doing the show?
I miss it in pieces. I like to host it, but right now, to do it every week, I'm too old now.
Norm?
I've only been gone like 1 week.
But you, unlike David, you were fired.
Yeah.
So distance is quicker to have. Do you miss it? All right, did you miss it last Saturday night? Did you watch it? You're stumbling.
I tell you something. I don't. Where I live, I don't get Saturday Night Live. You know what, Larry? They show. I watch Saturday Night Live, but I don't get it. Norm was at home with. Stop stepping on the joke. I don't know. I can't. You and Larry are doing a little vaudeville here. I'm 2 minutes behind you on a tape delay.
David, what were you going to say?
I just heard the Siamese twins thing. No, I was saying that Norm sits home and there's just montage music and you hear, the road is long, and he's watching 6 TVs in his house. I used to, when I did the show, I'd always take off right after updates so I could watch the rest of the show at home. You know.
Really?
Yeah, because, they want you to stay till the end so you can wave, because everybody waves.
You're not a waver.
Well, it's odd because sometimes the show sucks,
At the end of the show, you're out waving like a jackass.
But Norm, sometimes at the first 3 years I was never on, and I had to count that as a sketch.
David, thanks very much. Norm, thanks very much.
Thanks, Larry.
I want to thank Larry King for hosting this earlier.
Yeah, Larry,
very
was
good.
great.
Thanks for joining us. See you Monday night. Good night.
No, just thinking, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that in some corners is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This is Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is,
Curtis Spade.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute until it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. He goes, no, he's a good guy.
If you're gay, he's a completely straight guy. He gets a lot of ladies. You know that about him with the ladies.
Don't say ladies.
Women, girls.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, what are we, fucking on an FM station here?
He's Don Cornelius.
But these gay guys, man, I was reading, about
These gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already.
I just read this thing about the George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom, and it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
what was she doing? Was there some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure is paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, women, as you call them,
I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom,
Like Ally McBeal.
like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, you know, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, yeah, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy, you know.
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, you know. Like he said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, you know. And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm MacDonald and David Spade, stick around.
On your last show, I came out as a deep.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You got me right.
Like some of your friends, like, you know, seriously, like those guys who came out of Saturday Night Live, like Sandler, you, Chris Rock. There's a lot of guys who sort of all of a sudden are like real big players.
Yeah, Norm got his own TV show.
Norm's doing well. What?
What?
Do you hang out with Norm, or is it impossible?
It's pretty impossible because he's crazy.
He is.
In L.A., I call him and he goes, I go, what happened last week? I called you to go on. You called me? And I go, yeah. On my phone? I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, yeah, I got that. I go, you didn't call me back? No.
And he's serious.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And yeah, I know. Like, I have him on the show.
I love him, though. He's the funniest guy around. I think you need to be kind of crazy to be really funny.
He is very funny. I love him, too. And he has a gambling problem, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling us how
secret.
He was all excited that he had $80,000. He won $80,000 in Vegas, but he had lost like $100,000 on basketball.
Right, and that's on nickel slots. That's how serious he is.
Did you always know he had a gambling problem?
Mm-hmm.
You did. When did you know that? At Saturday Night Live?
I first knew he had a pee in a bottle problem.
Right.
Remember that? You always talk about
Yeah, it's
that.
great.
And then I knew.
Does he still save his urine? Do you know?
I don't know. He used to put it in Ziploc baggies, sign it, and send it to fans.
Is that true?
No.
Oh.
But he did. He would take, after Saturday Night Live, they give you a car, a limousine, if you want to go to the party, and he would take it to Atlantic City.
Really?
Yeah. He's a hard ass. He's hardcore, dude.
I know he'll even get into fist fights.
And then he'll stay at a table for hours and hours.
What do you think of that?
I feel lucky.
And then you don't even know if he's married or single. It's never really clear.
I don't know, but I know girls like him. He's you know, when you're something's that wrong, they pick up on it and like it.
They like the tragedy of that.
Fixer-upper, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna make him a regular guy.
Right, but it never worked.
Because David always wore like cool jackets to get girls or whatever.
Did it work? Behind the scenes of that.
Yeah, David gets girls like crazy.
Heather Locklear.
Yeah, like insanely
Name one.
beautiful
It's
girls.
because funny guys are attractive. Yeah. Funny's hot.
You've done a lot of impressions. Funny.
Most
look at him.
awkward
He's like,
come
really?
on I've ever heard in my life.
All I can say for sure is this, that it works this way with women. If there's one dude who beds a Kardashian and a Paris Hilton, he'll then get to, and a Lindsay Lohan, he'll get to mow through other Hollywood hot chicks.
Like David Spade is that guy.
Yeah, David Spade is that guy.
And I would say he's more, because Warren Beatty was always the gold standard, but Spade doesn't have the looks of Warren Beatty.
He's the aw shucks rapist.
Rapist?
Well, I don't know why you brought up rapist.
My Lord.
No, what I'm
God.
saying is Spade has quietly mowed through the entire bevy of blondes in this town, but he does it in a sort of unassuming way.
Yeah, Spade is an interesting character because he's outside of Hollywood. He makes fun of it, and yet he's deeply inside of Hollywood.
Balls deep, a lot.
Yeah,
many would argue.
No, but he'll be on red carpets, and I went out with him one time. He's like, "Let's go to a bar." We go to a fucking bar, and then people let us in, which is horrible. Like past everyody.
Right.
You go, let those guys in. The Spade.
Yeah, there goes Spade and his bodyguards. His haggard bodyguard.
He's haggard, is right. So
you and David Spade
that you like it.
are walking into a bar.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was saying that?
Yeah.
So we go into the bar, so it's packed with people, and I don't like a lot of people now. And then you get a little fucking plastic drink, and you drink it, and then Spade goes, "Let's get out of here." And I'm like, what? And I don't even want to be there, and you're an inch from somebody's face. And so then we go to another bar. He does the exact same thing.
Right.
Let's get out of here. So he just goes places and exits. But
I think there's a power. I think there's a certain power in leaving.
Yeah, I guess there is.
Yeah.
But with women, he plays the long game. Like he's always texting them. He doesn't bed them the night he meets them.
Mm-mm.
Like a year later.
Right.
But he's got so many on
He
his...
fucks them in the bathroom. Yeah, but not on a bed. Never on a bed.
Wait, no.
I hear what you're saying. I'm reading between the lines.
I can't talk about Dave. Now it's going to sound like I'm saying that about David.
No. What he does is he quietly, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. If you had a list of the famous coxmen of the town with the Warren Beatty's of the world and the Wilt Chamberlains and stuff like that, somewhere in the 13th spot would be David Spade.
Absolutely.
And everyone would go, how do you get on this list? A cute little blonde guy?
I'd
What
put
are you
him
talking about?
way farther up than that. Way farther up. I'd put him maybe number one.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
In terms of sheer numbers.
Quietly goes about his business.
Yes, he does. And
until we start talking about it.
I know, we shouldn't. But he's very self-deprecating about it. But he also, he knows everything that a young girl knows. Like that beautiful 20-year-old. He can talk to them about keeping up with the Kardashians and whatever the hell.
Right.
And then, if I try to talk to a young girl, I go, "You ever watch Matlock?" It wouldn't work. But he has the same exact interest that they do.
Yeah.
So it really works,
There you go. That's $11.50.
No, perhaps you misunderstood me. I wish to cancel my original order of the martini and 2 olives and go for just the plain cranberry juice by itself for the $3. And I apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you.
Perhaps you don't understand. If you don't pay me now, I'm going to take this swizzle stick, and I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole.
Annual Blockbuster Entertainment Awards. Now, we're here tonight to honor your favorite stars in movies and music, because these awards are voted on by you, the people who don't see the movie in the movie theater. That's right, you the people who wait until it comes out on video.
You cheap bastard. This year you cast more than 25 million votes in over 50 categories on the internet and in more than 4,000 Blockbuster stores worldwide. The only people not allowed to vote were those who actually went inside a movie theater. Joke's getting a little old at this point.
We did all right. We're doing okay, though. After following Ricky Martin, that's tough, Okay. Let's get to the first award. Now, teen movies are huge these days, Norm. Teens rule.
Oh, my God, yes. A lot of work for teens today, which is great for Rob and I, since we're both in our 30s.
Mid-30s. Okay, we're here to present the award for favorite actor in a comedy.
Yes, and just before we begin, let me remind you that there are no losers here tonight, except for the people who were nominated in a category and then don't win.
Other than that, everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. So the nominees are
During the day, I hit the streets with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you, it's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Schwartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, "They're from the Sandler movies. They're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck." I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." My God, the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too. Is that all right?" I said, "Sure. I'll get you 2 tickets." He says, "What time's the show?" I said, "It's at 8 o'clock. I said, "Also, Rob Schneider's there." He said, 8 o'clock's not good. That's when the news is on."
Now, Ben, Howard, you guys have been in a monogamous homosexual relationship for 3 years. You seem to have a lot in common. You have a lot of mutual friends. You seem to have a lot of the same interests. So why don't you tell me what's going on?
Well, Howard's a great guy, and I love him, and I think you're right. We do have a lot of mutual friends, and we have a lot of the same interests.
So what seems to be the problem?
Well, the problem is that every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel bad. Every time I go to sleep, he fucks me in the ass.
Howard, are you hearing what Ben is saying?
Yes, I am.
And how do you feel about what Ben is saying?
I feel bad.
Ben, do you hear what Howard is saying?
Yeah.
How do you feel about what Howard just said?
He said he feels bad, but he's not the one getting fucked in the ass every night.
Okay, we're not here to blame the other person. We're here to talk about our feelings.
Well, my feeling is every night he fucks me in the ass.
And you don't like that?
No.
And how about you, Howard? Would you like it if you were sleeping and Ben fucked you in the ass?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, good. You see, we fall in love with a romanticized version of our partner. And then one day, we wake up with a real person.
I wake up with his dick in my ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Okay, when we have disagreements, we each have to assess how much of it is our own fault.
Okay, well, I guess my fault is that I can't stay awake all night to watch him and make sure he doesn't fuck my ass.
I'm sorry.
You say that now because I'm awake.
That's not true.
Come on, as soon as I fall asleep, you'll be fucking me in the ass again.
That's not fair.
You said it.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you these pads, and I want you to each write down what it is you guys want out of this relationship, individually and as a couple.
I want him not to fuck me in the ass.
Silently. Please write silently.
The porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know.
It's not. It's not all just pictures of hairy guys'
the
asses.
articles are good,
Right,
actually.
Yeah, I just read it for hairy guys' asses.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show that last week he went to the hairy guy's ass mansion.
It was great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
You're picking Dole because he can do an impression. Yeah, you know, your reasons aren't much better.
If I was going to pick a guy just because he showered with a lot of black guys, I'd pick Andy or something like that, you know?
People don't have to know that.
No, he used to play ball. He used to play college ball.
Sure, he was. Yeah, in every branch of the armed forces.
Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
No, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Insane.
No. That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time?
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. Before I start with my jokes, I just want to say, like, I said a thing on last show about Andy enjoying gay porn.
Right, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
And I thought later, that was just a stupid thing to do.
Well, I guess it was all forgotten until you just brought it up.
So, he doesn't like gay porn, you know? He doesn't like gay porn. So anyway.
I can't stand gay porn.
Right. You have to give up stuff on Lent. So every year on Lent, I give up stuff. And I made up a list, you know?
Oh, really?
Of stuff that I gave up. So I have it here in my pocket. Can I read it?
I would love to hear what Norm gave up for Lent. Yeah, why
And I gave up spending thousands of dollars trying to methodically seduce Andy's wife.
No more of that, huh? All right, that's very nice. Good for you.
What a relief. Plus, it gets in the idea that Andy has a wife.
Andy has a wife.
Oh, he does, I know.
I have a wife.
I know.
And
No, he has a great wife.
I don't like gay porn.
No, he has an excellent wife.
Don't like it. All right, we're back, everybody. Stop comparing notes on gay porn, all right?
No! We were actually talking about the Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit issue.
Oh, yeah. You guys like that issue.
No,
yeah.
I love it. Andy
It's
said,
fun to play
Andy
this
said it's
game.
his least favorite Sports Illustrated.
Oh, shut up.
He says he can't.
Never mind. I'm going to say something.
I was talking to Andy before the show, and apparently I made a mistake one time in the show where I intimated that maybe Andy was into gay porno. You remember that?
I didn't, but now I do, yeah.
Which he is not into, and I never meant to intimate that he was gay in any way.
Right.
Just that he had an obsession with watching gay porno.
Okay. There is a difference.
Yeah, he's got a wife.
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about? I know that.
Have you ever met her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What are you talking about? She does exist. She does exist.
She exists, yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell the people. I don't want them to think that Andy's into gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Unless you're not gay, and then there's something horribly wrong with it.
That's when it goes awry?
Hey, I'm going to miss Andy on this show, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to leave, huh? How bad is that, huh?
Yeah.
He should stay. You want him to stay. Ah. You should stay.
Good move.
You should stay.
You just
Get him booing.
Yeah, you killed everyone's joy tonight.
No, I swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living. You should think about not giving that up.